Hey guys! Boy howdy everybody, boy howdy! Sorry for the wait. We're getting everything started. We're getting things going. Things are cooking. It's gonna be me and Jaden. We're gonna be doing Japanese lessons. Holy shit, you guys! Holy shit, Japanese lessons! Who's fucking stoked? Who's fucking stoked? I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Forehead kisses. Mwah. Hang on, you guys. We're getting things cooking. We're getting things ready. It takes like some weird stuff in the background. Hang on. We're gonna loop Jaden in. We're gonna loop Jaden in. Here, hang on, friends. Hello, happy Lunar Year. Is that today? Is that today? Is it Lunar New Year's today? Cause that's fucking crazy. I didn't it's actually today? What? No fucking way. Lunar New Year. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's today. Oh shit, it's fucking today. What the fuck? This now? Damn! Happy Year of the Dragon, bros! Happy Year of the Dragon! We're gonna... Jaden's popping on here. Hang on. Hi, Jaden. You're live.
Wow.
Wow!
Hi, Maki.
Hi! Happy Lunar New Year!
It is Lunar New Year. I forgot about that.
I totally didn't just find out from chat that it's today. That didn't happen.
I feel like I knew it was today, but I forgot.
I had no idea it was happening today.
It. I mean, if you don't celebrate it, you can't really be blamed if you don't know that it's happening.
You know what? It actually kind of explains. Seeing as Lunar New Year's today, I was watching TikTok earlier. I was binge scrolling.
Right.
And I saw like a notification, like I saw one of these things that popped up and it was like talking about who is going to be the luckiest with money for Year of the Dragon, and apparently that's fucking me.
That's you?
It's me. Apparently I'm going to get rich this year.
I'm jealous. Wait, so you're Chinese zodiac
I'm a cock.
dragon? Oh, you're a chicken.
I'm a cock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Nice. What's yours?
I'm a rat. So
I'm
a rat, so I think that in terms of the pecking order, you're slightly above me, right?
I am. You were also supposed to get rich this year, too.
I am?
You are!
Wow.
Let's get wealthy together.
Hell yeah.
You want to go half-seas on a Powerball?
What's a Powerball?
The lottery?
Oh, okay. You said Powerball, and I thought of like a 90s TV ad where like it was like a toy that like was sold only through like infomercials, and like you had to pay like 3 payments of like $7.99 to get.
No, like the Power Gloves.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking like Hulk hands.
Like Power Gloves, but Hulk hands.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought,
bro.
So I don't play the lottery. I've always said this. The lottery is a scam.
What? It is. You're not wrong. It fucking is.
I don't want to go on a rant on your channel.
No, you can.
But like, the lottery is literally a voluntary tax. It is. You're voluntarily paying taxes, is what you're doing.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I refuse to partake in
See, for me, like whenever the lottery gets like outrageously high, like, you know, like it's like, oh, the Powerball tickets this week is like a drawing, and the drawing is like $1.5 billion with a B. I buy my little, I go stand in line with all the other old people. And it's all like fucking 70-plus-year-old people waiting in line to buy their little tickets. And I get my ticket, and then I sit there with my little $2 ticket, and I play pretend thinking about what I would do with the money if I won, but I know I'm not going to. It's more or less that like I spent $2 to have a moment pretending that I'm not poor.
Okay, can I be honest with you? I've said in the past that if you want to spend $2 to like briefly fantasize about what you would do with all that money, then like I think that's worth it. I think that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think what you do is fair. But like I have met people in my life that will buy a lottery ticket for like what you said. It's like $1 billion prize. And
Right.
they lose and they're like, "Oh man." And they're like legit sad
Like
that they
actually
didn't win the
disappointed.
lottery. And I'm
Like they actually had a fucking shot at it.
yeah, okay, so I had a when the Powerball was like at its biggest, it was like I think it was probably what you said, like in the billions of dollars range. I had one person I knew from high school. Did not like this person. He's kind of a douche. But he didn't win, surprisingly.
Surprise to everyone.
He posted a long ass Facebook post saying how like he was so upset he didn't win the lottery and that he was like man, I could have done so much good with that money. I would have given back to my community and everything. And like I was like
I would have given back to my community if I won $1 billion.
Yeah, I was like, dog, how are you upset that you didn't spend $2 and become a billionaire overnight? I don't get it. I don't understand.
See, I apologize, chat. If I won a fat Billy in the lottery, I'd fucking disappear the next day. You'd never see my ass again.
Oh, yeah.
Kaiju Kanajo wouldn't cease to fucking exist. I wouldn't even make a graduation announcement. I'd just poof into the ether and not be a person anymore.
Okay,
I do the same to my whole family. I'd ghost everyone. I'd be like, this is my money, and I'd Scrooge McDuck my way to like a foreign country.
See, that's okay. I would probably do that. I don't know if I would disappear. I think that chat would just notice that like I'm getting a new model every other month and like new toggles and shit, and they'd be like, "Wow, you're spending a lot of money." And I'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Yeah, I am."
Just like suddenly become like a Hollow Live levels worth of production value.
Exactly.
Do we want to take a second to set up the collab feature real quick?
Yes, I'm down. I'm very bad at it though, so you'll have to.
I can host.
Give me the password and stuff. Normally I host, so like I will join.
Perfect.
We're friends on Steam, right?
Yeah, we are friends on Steam. Let's get this set up real quick.
Oh yeah.
There is your password.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Should I be practicing Japanese by now? Because we're doing Japanese.
We are doing Japanese. I need to change my title as well.
Better start hiding from the IRS.
I'm excited.
Better start hiding from the IRS. The IRS knows. That's when the IRS shows up at your door with fucking guns. They're ready. They're going to hunt you down.
Yeah.
They're going to prepare.
What is the collab, or what's the name for the thing, for the room again? Or do I just need the password?
The room name is my name, so it's Maki. But okay. I can send you an invite. I just have to find you. What is your... It's Jaden, right? Is your Steam username?
Yes.
There you are, JadenStoryCh. I sent you an invite.
Also, it says that the room password has to have one uppercase.
Oh fuck!
Lowercase.
I put the number 1 at the end.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I literally just pressed it and it was good.
Good. Also, I haven't said hi to chat yet, so I'm gonna do that really quick.
Hi to chat. Don't let me intrude.
Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. How are you? Congrats, Debo, on being first. Mad Doggin with the second.
Chat. Did she win the lotto or did old age catch up to her?
Maki disappears. Chat, did she win the lotto or did old age catch up to her? No! Don't fucking bully me this early! Don't bully me this early in the stream! We just fucking started and I'm already getting fucking ripped into! God! Holy shit. Actually, speaking of, holy shit, Panda, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I've disappeared off the screen
I
now.
have rapped in a program.
Oh,
I did a
no.
Weird Weekends episode about rap.
Can you remember
Oh,
any of the
no.
rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Why
would you do this?
Dribble. You know, riding
Not like this! Please, no! This is the ultimate bullying! Why would you do this?
To relax in my mind.
Not in chibi mode! I'm so sorry. Avert your eyes, please. Avert your fucking eyes. Straight to jail. Please, time out whoever fucking did that. That's illegal. I feel like whenever someone does that, they should automatically get timed out for at least like 5 minutes. Please.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. It's my birthday. Oh yeah, that's true.
Happy birthday.
Atma, let's give you your death sign right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Atma. Happy birthday to you.
Hanjobi omedetou.
Tanjobi omedetou! I don't have you in here yet.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Wait.
I don't see you.
Wait, I pressed join. Oh, wait.
Oh, I didn't hit the host button.
Oh, I pressed join and it immediately said disconnected. I was like, oh, man.
I didn't press the host button. I'm just a dum-dum. I'm just a dum-dum.
Kaiju, you're singing too sincere. Sing it like how Erich Samaya sang it, Kappa.
Sing it like how Erich Samaya sang it. I mean, I prefer to be sincere about it because in true Gundam fashion, if you sing happy birthday sincerely, the very next episode, the person whose birthday it was dies. Or same episode too sometimes.
Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly.
You're not allowed to have birthdays in mecha anime.
I don't think you're allowed to
Anything
have
that
any
reminds you of the
backstory.
the mortality of humanity.
You're not allowed to have any backstory in any anime because if you get some, you will be killed.
It's yeah, it's important. Anytime someone says something about a hope for the future, that's when you know they're gonna die really soon.
It's Gojover. It's Gojover. Speaking of Gojover, I have recently watched Jujutsu Kaisen finally.
I still haven't seen the new season. I've only seen season 1. I am
so
current
good.
on the manga though, so it's not like
Oh,
spoilers
shit.
for me.
Got
Yeah.
it. I see. Yeah, the new season's good. I have not read the manga. I think I'm going to though because I don't want to get spoiled on shit. I'm scared.
No.
I'm scared. It's tough out here.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a small problem with reading manga.
I can't wait to see my wife and kids.
In that
So-
you do too
That
much,
in the
or
distance.
it's like
So I tend to read manhwa, like the Korean stuff.
yes.
And so it says 2 people in collab. I still don't see you. Are you just loading?
Oh wait, I see you on my screen. You don't see me
Am
on
I
your
there?
screen.
No.
I
Oh,
see-
there you are! Hi!
Yay!
Yay!
I have a lot of polygons to load in.
You have so many polygons.
Yay,
let
polygons.
me take control of you and put you where I want you.
Put me sure.
There we go. We've got the full body of Jaden's story.
Yay!
Oh, I'm so bad at this. We didn't do introductions either.
We didn't.
We didn't.
I mean,
Do you
that's fine. That's fine.
Do you want to say hi to chat?
Hi, chat. I mean, I was in here. I came in here. Hi, chat. I'm JadenStoryCh. I'm a street racing VTuber. I'm one of Maki's friends, and we're doing Japanese practice today because I made a resolution at the beginning of the year to do 1 stream a month dedicated to Japanese practice, and I lost. Because we had to cancel the one in January, so I missed January already.
You're dedicating 1
Unfortunately.
stream a month to Japanese?
I'm gonna try to.
Yo!
I would really love to because I do want to practice more. I really
That's
do.
super
I wanna get better.
ambitious.
And you're fluent in it, right?
I'm
Or
not
at least
fluent.
close.
I would say I'm like intermediate level. Like if
Okay.
you plot me in Japan, I could figure my way like with no map, no cell phone, nothing. I could
Uh-huh.
figure my way around. I could talk to
Okay.
people.
Okay,
So-
that's more than I know for sure. Because I took a year of Japanese in college, and
Mm-hmm.
that was it.
So when you were taking Japanese in college, did you use the Genki textbooks?
I did.
Okay,
That
cool.
was the first one they made me buy.
Nice. She's better than she thinks she is. Just her kanji is ass, but her actual usage is really, really good. Yeah,
I'm sure that Maki's great at it. Truly.
yeah. Blind and I actually went to Japan. Fuck, last year. Gosh,
that's
it's been
exciting.
a year already. Yeah, we went together to Japan. And like historically, so I started learning Japanese. Oh fuck, how long ago? I mean, I feel like we all started learning Japanese when we were like teenagers because anime's fucking sick. You know?
I wish I did that. I'm jealous that you started that early.
Yeah, so I started learning Japanese when I was like 12 because I was like, yo, Gundam Seed is dope as shit. I want to know what these people are saying. So my first foray into learning Japanese was my mom bought me this like learning Japanese box, right?
Right.
And it came with a little book with like a dictionary and some words, as well as a cassette tape of like, you know, like the old school, like where people like audio things for language learning where they would say a word in the language and then repeat it in English.
Yes.
It was a cassette tape like that, but Japanese.
I mean, that's kind of cool, though.
But mind you, like I was 13, so like this is way past the age when cassette tapes were used anymore. I had to like hunt down a cassette player.
I mean, at least you had something.
Yeah. And then my siblings, their grandma only spoke Japanese. She didn't speak any English. So we all got sent to Japanese learning summer camp together.
Ooh.
So we went to summer camp and like learned Japanese all summer, and then they brought over like a bunch of like Japanese high schoolers to come stay at the university dorms and like
That's
do
neat.
English learning summer camp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was super fun. But like as most teenagers and kids do, like I didn't really learn shit from
Oh. I mean, that
I
was
didn't
even
retain
Spanish
anything.
when I was in high school.
Yeah. How many years of Spanish did you do?
I did 3.
3 years of Spanish?
I don't
How much do you
remember
know?
anything.
Nothing.
I remember one sentence. My one sentence that I
still
know
on
in
this
Spanish
roller
is
coaster
"Yo
and I
comió un
can't get off.
lápiz,"
How?
Yo comió un latín.
because that
What does
means
that
I'm
mean?
pretty sure that means I ate a pencil. I'm
That's
like,
the best kind of Spanish.
Yeah, and that's it. That's literally it. I
Hi,
also,
Koser, and thank you for the
So-
sub, Frosty. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Also, can I trouble you for a PNG? Because I'm gonna post a thumbnail on Twitter as well.
Oh,
to let
yeah,
everyone
let
know
me-
that we're here.
Let
Because
me,
we collabed in the past where we did
We
Left
have.
4 Dead, but the PNG I used of you when I was looking back was literally just a picture of Godzilla from the Showa era. I didn't.
so
I didn't actually ask you for a PNG,
Woo Japanese lesson.
but thank you.
Grandma, thank you so much for the tier 2
Perfect.
sub.
All right,
Thank
all
you,
right.
thank
Bet,
you. All right, so then I decided eventually that I was gonna be like, yes, I want to take learning Japanese seriously. Like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna learn Japanese. So help me God. So I started with the Genki textbooks,
Right.
obviously. I got a Japanese private tutor that I met every
What?
single week. Yeah.
That's so
It's-
cool. That's awesome.
I still see her. I've been seeing her for like 3 years now. I've seen her every week for 3 years straight for an
Nice.
hour. which is a little
Really?
crazy. Yeah, it's
Wait. Okay, so you were very well in practice. Is what I'm
very
getting
well
from
in
this.
practice. Yeah. So usually
yeah.
at this point, her and I. Also, I studied abroad in Japan for a semester as well.
Oh my god, that's wow.
Oh, we also met her when Blind and I went to Japan. Yeah, he
That's
just not
nice.
mentioned it.
That's so cool.
Hi,
That's
Sakamoto.
actually, I love that.
She bought me a birthday present. It's like the best
Really?
thing ever. Yeah.
That's cute.
It
That's
was really
adorable.
cute. So together, her and I went through both Genki 1 and Genki 2. So the point that I'm at right now essentially is that like I'm working on intermediate Japanese textbooks to like prep for the JLPT. For those of you guys who don't know what the JLPT is, it's kind of the Japanese foreign language proficiency test. It's kind of similar to like when people take foreign language proficiency tests for English to prove that they're like actually proficient. But for the Japanese ones, there's 5 different levels. Number 5 is the easiest, which essentially just says like you can have a conversation in Japanese. And then level 1 essentially says you can work in like a corporate office in Japan. And you generally be okay. It doesn't mean that you're fluent. It just means that you know enough that you can like operate business-wise.
Right.
Thank you so much for the sub, Extra. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So right now, like my only limitation is like farming out vocabulary and farming out kanji.
Yeah.
I would say if my kanji was up to par, I'd pretty easily pass level 4. I'm currently studying for level 3. I haven't wanted to pay for it because it requires me to like travel because there isn't a testing site near me. I have to drive like 5 hours to get to the closest one. And they only do them once a year.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's like $100. So you're out like $300 for like the hotel, travel fees, the exam cost. So I've just been like putting it off until I'm at like a high enough level where it's kind of like worth it to take the exam,
Right.
you know?
Until you're like guaranteed to do it because you don't want to go out there and just like bomb it.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you wouldn't bomb it. It seems like you're. Because I feel like
I don't know. I've bombed some tests
practice, right?
in my life.
I mean, I have too, but like, again, I feel like the hardest thing about learning a new language is just getting enough like practice in, you know? Like, it seems like you do that pretty regularly.
Blind just said, born and raised native Japanese speakers in their 50s probably couldn't reliably pass the JLPT-1. It's extremely technical and intense. That's true. That's also actually true for the foreign language test for English as well. Like, your average high school graduate will not pass the foreign language English test. It's like super grammatically technical. If you get like a single grammar mistake on it, the whole question's marked wrong. Like it's intense. It's not like literary where you have to know a whole bunch of words, but it's like you cannot make mistakes with like there, you know, that sort of stuff.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, like, I assume that passing this test is, like... I assume that if you want to work in Japan, you want to pass this test so you can put on your resume that, like, I can very comfortably speak Japanese.
Yeah,
right? For reasons like that.
Most companies won't hire people unless they've passed level 1 or level 2. That's usually the cutoff for most companies. Obviously, it's different if you're going over there on like the JET program to be an English teacher or whatever. In those cases, they don't fucking care.
I see.
They're sending you to the Inaka with all the country bumpkins in the rice fields, not cornfields, rice fields. You're gonna be out in bumfuck nowhere teaching little kids to sing English songs. They don't care if you speak Japanese.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah. English is my first language and I don't speak it well. Fair enough, me neither, man.
Yeah, me neither. I do feel like if I took that English like proficiency test, I'd probably fail. And this is somebody that I've done a lot of writing. I did screenwriting in college.
You have a degree in screenwriting.
I do. However, I don't think this translates well to knowing grammar.
True, though.
I
True. Thank you for the follow, Mar. Oh, but the thing that I think though is I feel like modern internet culture, specifically like internet culture that revolves around computers rather than people who use like phone internet culture, tends to be a lot more grammatically correct, more so out of the fear that someone's gonna jump in and correct you. You know?
True.
Like, when is the last time you've seen someone make a grammar mistake on Reddit and, like, immediately have someone in their comments, like, saying what they did fucking wrong? Like, fix your grammar, I can't even take you seriously.
Yeah, and it's like you like, used the apostrophe wrong, or you left out the Oxford comma or something like that.
No, for real. Also, thank you guys so much for the hype train. I appreciate it. But yeah, so essentially, like, I'm not fluent. I'm not even near fluent, but I do speak better than the average bear, and I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
My goal, I'm kind of going on a weird path with it. I'm planning on taking the level 3 test and then moving over to Japan afterwards.
Okay.
Because I'm planning on working towards a pretty crazy scholarship program called the MEXT, which is a scholarship that's offered by the Japanese government for people who are wanting to study in Japan.
That's exciting.
They give you, as part of getting into the scholarship, your first 6 months over there, you get sent to language school for 6 months. And within that 6 months, you have to pass the level 1 JLPT. That's like the goal. That's what you have to do. You have to be capable of passing level 1 within the first 6 months of getting there. So generally, they like to consider people who have like a level 3, a level 4, or even like a level 2 certificate, you know?
Right.
And then if you manage to get accepted for the scholarship program, you get a full ride scholarship to any university of your choice.
Wow.
And then they give you a living stipend.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
government
not
is
a
throwing
lot.
down for you.
It's not a lot of money. They give you it's how much did they give you? It's 12,000 not 12,000. 10,000. 10,000? I'm trying to. It's roughly the equivalent of like $1,000 a month. So not a lot.
Yeah,
maybe
that's like one
enough.
Step.
Yeah, that's like one scab.
That's like one scab, basically, if you think about it.
Just like $1,000 in one scab. That's the nicest fucking scab you've ever commissioned.
Yeah, that's from like from like an official like Hololive artist.
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
somebody that drew in like a video game, like an actual Genshin artist.
Yeah, for real. It's essentially like it would probably be enough monthly if like you only eat food at Konbini and then you live in a share house in like a room shared with other people, probably.
Right.
Since I think like a room share with other people, because rent over there is pretty cheap, would be like $200 a month, and then the rest of it's like food or whatever.
Yeah.
Living expenses. What do you want to do in Japan? I'm planning on going over there for my master's degree. I'm wanting to get a master's degree in international economics. So that's kind of my argument for going over there, even though it's, I want to live in Japan for a little while. I think that's everyone's main reason.
Oh, yeah, totally. But that's still really cool. I am very sad. I will always be sad that when I was in college, I missed I missed the study abroad training because I could have studied abroad in Japan. Like that was a program, but like
Ah.
by the time I had the desire to do that and like learn Japanese, I was already in like my later years. So like basically had to focus all on my like the things in my option. Like it was basically all just like film
Mm-hmm.
classes at that point, and that
No,
study
that sucks.
abroad program was more for like kind of like the GEs and like stuff you could like not like the
Yeah,
hardcore like
like
film
general
stuff, you
education
know?
stuff. Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because I remember I didn't take this one, but my university had like a course specifically on like Japanese pop culture and filmography. And like explicitly in it, there was like a mention about like they would be talking about the Godzilla movies too. And I was
Oh.
like,
Oh,
yo!
you would have destroyed that section.
I
I'm sure you would have
would've.
never. Probably could have taught that section instead of the teacher. Realistically,
I decided to be responsible and I only took language classes.
I think the
So
Godzilla one would have been cool though.
it would have been so fucking cool. Although to be honest, the one that I was more interested in, like number one most interested was like they had a class that was specifically about the history of kimono.
Oh,
And I was like,
that's pretty
yo, that sounds dope. Like I want to know about the history of kimonos
yeah.
specifically.
Stuff like that.
Like
That's like exciting to learn about, you know.
yeah. And it's like, sure, it's history, but it's like interesting history, you know?
Right, right. Yeah, I had never got to wear a kimono in Japan. There were a bunch of tourists doing it in one spot, but I didn't get to.
I gotta wear one.
Ah, I bet it was lovely. Did you get to walk amongst the sakura trees?
No, because I didn't. I went in summer, so
I did too. Me too. They were not in
I
season
went.
when I went, but I would have
Yeah,
fucking loved that.
Blind and I went together. So we did a tea ceremony where they showed us how
Ooh.
to like traditionally make matcha. And we got rental kimonos as well. So we both wore our kimonos and like sat down on the ground to do the tea ceremony. The only thing is, so Blind, the kimono looked fucking amazing on him because he's like really tall and really slender, and so it just kind of like draped and fell over him nicely. Meanwhile, me, like I'm short, but I'm also stocky and I've got fat titties.
Right, right.
So for me, I was like busting out of this fucking kimono. And like it was like splitting open at the front and the sides because like my tits were pulling all the fabric out of the way, and I was constantly like trying to fold it back over.
I
Because
would say, isn't there like don't they like wrap your like chest for that or something? Or was that not available at the
that
time?
was
Also, hi,
not
Akira.
that was not an add-in. If there was an availability to add that in, I totally would have asked for it. Instead, what they did is they gave me like a little slip to cover my cleavage so that like my cleavage wasn't busting out, but like my body was still busting out of the kimono. I was
see.
like, we need like extra fabric kimonos for the big titty girls.
For real, dog.
Yeah, that's our body inclusivity of the year. Let's make fat titty girl kimonos. So
Hey, we love progressiveness.
we do. Japan's not. Japan doesn't.
Yeah,
So-
I was about to say, but you know,
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
it is what it is. Also, I don't think I don't want to like go on this like 2 hour long rant, but I don't think I ever asked you what your favorite Godzilla movie is. And because you talked about Godzilla earlier, I was kind of curious. 'Cause
Oh,
you're a big fan, clearly.
yeah. I am a
am
big
too.
fan.
I am as well, and I'm so curious what yours is because everyone has a different answer.
Yeah, so I'm to be honest with you, I am an OG Gojira fan.
Okay, that's fair. I think
Gojira is my favorite Godzilla, hands down.
yeah. So Gojira, I think, is the best like movie. You know,
Yeah.
just because of how like for one, how iconic it was, but also everything that it stood for, all the symbolism, like, and like just like the historical context behind it. I also think that movie was very revolutionary in the whole like miniature building stuff because like
It was,
at the
yeah.
time like that didn't exist. Like that
No,
wasn't there.
for real.
So seeing that in the 50s, that shit must have been crazy. If you
Yeah,
were,
I
like,
bet they like fucking. Well, this was in the era where people would like get scared thinking things were reality for like for radio shows and movies. So
Right, yeah.
I'm sure that
Exactly.
freaked out a lot of people.
Yeah, like back then, like when everything is black and white, like seeing a giant dinosaur walking around, like that must have been something.
It must have
else.
been crazy.
The original
Yeah.
Gojira was also really good. That was when I went to Japan because I collect the figures. I remember when I went to Japan, I made sure to get the Gojira suit, the SH Monster Arts one, from when I was in Akihabara.
Oh, I'm so jealous. How much was it though?
It was, I think, 8,500 yen. I don't know what that translates
So that's
to,
like
but
$85.
I feel like a third
yeah,
wheel on a first
to be
date.
fair, that's actually not that bad.
Hi,
That is not as
Grim.
bad as it could have been because I feel like if you buy it in the US, it's more expensive usually.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, with the ship, they tend to mark up stuff for the
Right.
shipping costs, and shipping
Yeah.
over here is ridiculously expensive.
Oh yeah, totally. I need to get that -1 figure. It looks so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably as far as like second favorites, I guess like my for more serious Godzilla movies, it's Gojira, and then -1 was fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
It really was.
It was so good.
It was peak. It was just it was just bliss watching that
It
movie,
was
you know?
everything that I ever wanted in a modern Godzilla movie. Like
Yeah,
I
it
love
was-
it
it was
so
very good.
much.
It was, and like I'm so glad they showed it in the US because I don't know, that movie was just like it's like everything you want out of a Godzilla movie, you know. Unless I know that there's some people who watch Godzilla movies and they're there for the monster fights. And
Yeah,
but, like,
true.
from like a story element though, like -1 was just flawless. It
It was really good.
such a lovely movie and on such a small budget too. Which is
Okay,
crazy.
but like as far as the actual just pure monster fight ones go, what is your
Uh-huh.
favorite Godzilla movie?
What is my? Oh, that's such a hard question. I have an answer. I don't know if it's controversial because I haven't really
Okay.
been around other Godzilla people that much. I think my favorite movie, not counting like, like obviously like the serious ones like Gojira and like Shin Godzilla and all that. I think my favorite one was Godzilla vs. Destroyer.
I mean, that's a pretty classic one.
That one,
I mean, that's a really good one.
that one made me sad.
Yeah.
It made me so sad.
Aw.
But also it was pretty good. I don't know though. It's hard to say. Like the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah was pretty good. Destroy
I
All
really like
Monsters was,
Godzilla
a
versus
classic.
Ebirah, which is
I
just
had that on VHS when I was a kid.
dude, for real?
I did. I had it on VHS and I would watch it all the time.
I'm so jealous.
Was the praying mantis's name again? I forgot. Was the praying mantis in that one or was he in the
No, I don't remember which one the praying mantis was in. Ebirah was, I think it was like, I don't remember.
I think his
I
name was
don't remember.
Kamakuris, if I recall correctly. That was
Okay.
the giant praying mantis. But maybe that one was when he was fighting the spider. Because I remember...
Kamakuris, yes. Blind
Yeah.
is confirming for you. It's
Right,
Kamakuris.
right, yeah. Kamakuris is that one. And then Kumonga is the spider, I believe. I had a VHS of Ebera, and then I had a VHS of the one with Kumonga. I forgot. I think that one was just Son of Godzilla, actually. I don't think...
I know a lot of people are a fan of Biolant as well. Biolant
That's
is
it.
like really popular.
That was a really good one because I feel like the ending, the imagery at the end was like, the imagery at the end was very beautiful of him fighting Biolante.
Kamakuris is
Biollante
from
was a good
Son
monster.
of Godzilla.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That movie was all right. I'm not gonna pretend it was amazing, but
I'm not gonna pretend it was good.
I won't pretend it was great. But as a kid, I watched it a lot.
Yeah. The things that we love as kids don't always hold up. Like, did you
Yeah,
ever watch
totally,
The Brave Little Toaster as a kid?
I haven't, but I saw it as an adult. That
Oh
movie's
God,
kinda fucked up.
it's horrible.
That movie is strangely adult. It's strangely very like it has very adult jokes in it, doesn't
It's
it?
incredibly adult, and it's incredibly like murderous for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's terrifying. Like I was scared watching it as an adult.
Yeah, totally. I agree. What did you think of Final Wars?
I never saw Final Wars.
Oh, you never saw Final
I never
Wars?
saw it. Yeah.
That was
I'm-
that was the last suit movie.
I'm
Godzilla.
gonna be honest. I didn't really start watching a lot of movies until I was like 16. I kind of so where I grew up, we didn't have internet.
Oh,
We didn't
I
have
see.
internet whatsoever. So the only movies that I got to watch was when we went to the video rental store. And it had to be agreed upon by everybody in my family to watch it.
Really?
So, yeah, I
and no one
rarely.
wanted to watch the Godzilla movie.
No, and like it's the same with chat too because we used to do well, we still do. I do movie nights on my Discord server every Thursday, and we've recently changed it where I'm no longer allowed to pick the movies
Why? Were you just only picking Godzilla movies?
because I made some people throw up.
What did you put on for them?
I put on like B-rated Japanese gore flicks.
Oh, okay.
Like but it's this specific subgenre that I'm like really in love with, where the director of all the films in this kind of like universe, he's like a porn director as well, and all the actresses are porn stars.
Okay. Right.
But they're also like incredibly gory, like girl with a chainsaw that comes out of her asshole, or
Oh,
a girl with katana nipples, or they had
is
like
Chainsaw
this.
Man.
They had this one lady where they chopped all her legs off and attached katanas instead.
Holy
Yeah,
shit. That's
yeah,
kinda
they're
crazy.
pretty fucking great.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
What was life like in the cult? No, I just lived in rural Canada, Fairy. I lived in rural Canada. We had dial-up till I was 16. There was no internet.
That's crazy. I feel like I've had internet my whole like as a kid. I remember playing RuneScape on my grandparents' computer.
Yeah, no, like if we lived in town, I would have been able to have internet like a normal human. Like all of my friends were playing World of Warcraft and stuff like that, but I lived like 10 minutes out of town where there was no internet except for dial-up. And so the
Yeah.
only time I got to go on the internet was like I would sneak on and I would throw like a blanket over the computer so the dial-up sounds were quiet enough that it wouldn't wake my parents, you know?
Yeah, totally. Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So like when you got like full access to the internet and could do whatever you want, was that just like mind blowing to you? Were you like, oh my god, there's so much?
I immediately got addicted to MSN Messenger.
MSN Messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a throwback.
I immediately got
throwback.
addicted to MSN Messenger, and then I also immediately started ERPing on Gaia online chat forums.
Oh my goodness.
That's what happens as soon as you let me loose on the internet. I find the places to ERP.
That's crazy.
Ah.
I would be scared to do that. Like even I feel like even now I get kind of like I would get like shy on places like that.
I think my problem is that I don't have as big of a sense of fear as I should have.
Right.
I
mean,
I
that
did
could be good in some places.
I did once go on a date with a guy that I met off of B.
What's B?
4chan.
Oh. I see. Okay. That's
Yeah.
all, okay. That's all you had to say. I understand it. I understand the implications.
Yeah.
How was it?
He asked me if he could eat fruit out of my asshole.
In face to face?
Yeah, the like first over bread
on the
at
first
Macaroni
date?
Grill on a first date.
I see.
Yeah.
That's,
There wasn't a second date.
you went on a first. I was about to say, what was your reaction to being at a macaroni grill and having someone ask if they could eat fruit out of your asshole? What is that like? What was that like? Because I don't know what I would say. I probably just nervously laugh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's something.
I hate that is so funny.
Did he order fruit at the date? No,
Orders it at the table would have been fucking crazy.
But he texted me like a couple weeks later after I was like trying to ghost him that it was Valentine's Day coming up and he bought me a box of chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh no. Oh, I know where he wanted to put them.
Yeah, no. Oh. I did not respond. I full ghosted that guy.
Oh man.
I'm honestly like I'm usually not like a fan of ghosting for any reason. I'm usually
Yes.
oh yeah, it's not working out, like I'm not interested, blah blah blah. Thank you so much for your time. However, asshole fruit guy.
I just think that it's like, what do you even continue to say after that? Because again, it's like sure, some people could be into eating fruit out of other people's assholes, but like that's not like a first date thing, you know?
Yeah, no.
That's like we've been dating for a
We've
while.
been,
We're very,
like, we-
intimately familiar with each other. That's not like a
yeah.
first date on the macaroni.
It's like okay, you know, we've had normal missionary like 3 or 4 times. Let's get a little kinky with
Yeah,
it,
let's
kind of
spice it up.
conversation.
I mean,
You
I
know.
don't know. I think I don't think that's quite the step up from missionary, but you know, sure.
Fucking blind just called me out. If I won the lottery, I'd ghost everyone in the world. So I ghosted him.
Oh,
Usually I'm against ghosting.
You did say that earlier.
I feel
And
called out.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't
Yeah,
even think
shit. I didn't know that was my type. I didn't know I was the type of person that just ghosts people, I guess.
You're
No,
Danny
because I
Dandy.
can think of another person that I like dumped and then basically ghosted afterwards.
Well, I mean, if you dump someone, then like I don't think I think it's sort of implied that there's not going to be too much contact between you. Unless you guys
Yeah.
are like friends, you know.
He wore turtlenecks too often, and it made me uncomfortable.
The turtlenecks.
Yeah.
I see.
He wore
Did you try to-
turtlenecks literally every time that we met. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
what the fuck are you, Archer? You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So was it just the turtlenecks, or was there anything else?
No, it was just the
It was
turtlenecks.
just the
It was
turtlenecks.
just like he was nice, he was hygienic, he was cute. Like he didn't have any like glaring personality flaws. Like he was generally like a pretty chill dude, but like this motherfucker,
But the
like
turtlenecks.
we're
Huge
in
red flag.
California. It's warm, you know? Year round,
okay,
it's
yeah.
warm.
That is
This
a little
dude's
bizarre.
wearing turtlenecks every fucking day. I'm like, do you have any other clothes? Any other attire?
Did you bring up the turtleneck thing, or did you just did you just break up with him, and he never knew why?
No, I just I told him, I was like, you know, I don't think this is working for me.
Right.
I'm not that into it. I'm sorry, my guy.
When in reality, it was the turtleneck.
It was the turtlenecks, 100%.
Damn.
What about
Imagine he's
Boston
watching the stream
accent
right
guy?
now, and he's like, "Oh my god, it was the turtlenecks."
Oh, that's right. I did also ghost
Is this a
Boston
date?
accent guy. Is this a date? No, this isn't a date. We're just
about-
hanging out.
What about? Yeah, this is. I'm.
This is not a date.
This is what's it called? This is tutoring.
This is tutoring. We're
is
tutoring.
tutoring.
I'm tutoring you about. It was supposed to be Japanese. We're talking about asshole
We haven't
fruit.
said anything in Japanese yet, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
What is Boston accent guy? That's like pack the cat. That's
Yeah.
Boston accent, right?
So I went out on a date with someone that I had only talked to over text, and I show up, and he had like a Peter
Tutoring.
Griffin
Yeah, okay,
Boston
Mom.
accent.
Oh my god.
Like-
Fortnite.
incredibly thick, incredibly offensively thick. This is tutoring bro is not learning Japanese.
I am learning Japanese.
We can stop talking about my shitty dating history and we can move on to Japanese.
I mean, I'm having fun.
LMAO.
Teach me to say something in Japanese right now. Hurry.
Yaritaku nendayo, ora!
Wait, can you... もう一度ください。
Yaritaku
やりたく
nen
ねん
dayo.
だよ。やりたくねんだよ。おら。What does that mean?
I don't want to do it, as in like a very aggressive, like I don't want to fuck you kind of way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scream that anytime a woman speaks to you in public.
Now I feel like I'm not going to be saying that too often, but I appreciate learning Yari taku nen dayo.
Yaritaku nen dayo.
Yari taku. Wait, break that down. What does each word mean? What does each word mean?
Yaritaku nen is one word. Which is yari is like to do. Taku is the additive for want, and nen is no, like don't want to. So yari taku nen is don't want to.
Right.
Dayo. And dayo is like very firm, like I don't want to. And then adding ora is like I fucking don't want to.
Got it. So
making it extra aggressive.
So wait, so yaritaku, does that literally mean like fuck? Or is that like I don't want? Is that just saying I don't want to, and there's like an implication behind?
It is an implied I don't want to fuck, because yari is like to do in like a variety of things. But generally, like if you're saying like you're gonna do somebody, it's yaru is the term that you use. A lot of the other things is suru. To do.
I know that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Blind just said yaru means to do, and it is the same subtext as doing in English. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
As in, I don't want to put fruit in my asshole. No shit. Is that why it's called Yari Chin Bitch Club? Probably.
What is the Yari Chin?
What's that? What is that? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, what is
that? I'm Googling it right now. Yari Chin Bitch Club.
What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Yari Chin Bitch Club is a Japanese web manga series. Self-published.
Right, okay.
About an all-boys school. Oh, a Yari-chin is like a gigolo. Don't Google it.
Wait, what's a gigolo?
You don't know what a gigolo is?
I know what a juggalo is. Is that different?
No. It's completely. Holy shit! A gigolo.
I actually don't know. You'll have to.
Okay. To be fair, I think gigolo is like a very early 2000s term for a dude who's like gets around.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, for like a dude who like really, really gets around.
Okay, that is very different than somebody who's in a clown cult.
Yeah.
I see.
Because people in the clown cult definitively do not get around, except for other people wearing clown makeup.
Other people in the clown cult.
And there's not a lot of women in the clown cult, so.
Okay. I see. I understand. Wakarimashita.
Yeah, I think there was an entire movie about gigolos.
Interesting. So it's just a man whore. It's just a man whore, basically.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's a fucking movie. It has Rob Schneider, and it's called Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
It's called Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo?
Yeah, it came out in 99. It's a great fucking name.
That is a great name.
It's got
for a
Rob
movie.
Schneider in it. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm gonna have to go watch that later.
That has Electric Boogaloo vibes to it.
I'm really excited to watch that later. That's been added to my to-do list.
Hell yeah.
All right, how about we do this
It's time for the
slideshow?
lesson.
It's
Yeah,
time
I'm
for the
ready.
lesson. It's time to learn.
Yay, I'm excited.
Here, let me go ahead. I'll share my screen with you so that you get this live.
Chicolo, is it just... Oh, I see it.
It's not just a sound, it's an actual word.
Sound? I've never heard the name before. I've never heard the name before. I've never heard the word gigolo before, like, ever. I've learned more English than Japanese so far.
I know.
Well, no,
I'm
that's
so
not
sorry.
true. I learned a whole phrase in Japanese.
You did learn a whole phrase. I'm gonna have
What
to.
is it? Yaritaku nendayo?
Yaritaku nendayo.
Yaritaku nendayo.
Yaritaku nendayo.
So ka.
All right, sorry, I'm having to add a new source really quick. We're having some
A-okay.
behind the scenes futzing.
You're good. Here,
I keep adding the wrong thing.
Wait, while you add the source, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
All right, go potty.
I'll be back in like a minute or two.
I was gonna say it's been an hour. It's a little late for you to go pee pee. Jaden over here is very regular when it comes time to go and piss. Meanwhile, I'm over here. I just hold my piss the whole time. I'm like, no, I could wait. I could wait another 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes turns into like 2 hours. And then I'm like, holy shit, I totally forgot that I really had to piss, and I haven't stood up for like 3 hours straight. Slide show. There we go. I made an entire slideshow for you guys. Are you excited? I'm excited to show you this. Yay! There it is. There's our little slide deck. I have to move us so that we're not like covering up the slide deck. We'll be in our individual corners, taking up different things. There we go. That's pretty good. I'm still stuck on huge titties in a kimono. Yeah, for real. It's like it's incredibly difficult, to be honest. It's not the greatest position to be in. We're gonna actually do this. This is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna put Jaden over there and me right here. We'll be in the corner. And then I'll move us if we have to. Yeah, just wear an adult diaper. Does anybody else just like forget to pee sometimes? Like earlier today, I don't know about you guys, but I was playing Pal World earlier today. And I woke up and I sat down to play Pal World and I started at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I did not piss the entire time until Blind got home from work at 4 p.m. and was like, have you gotten up yet today?
Huh?
And I was like, no. And Blind was like, did you eat today? And I was like, no.
Listen, Pal World is addicting. I don't blame you.
It's really addicting.
It is.
I'm having a Pal World problem.
I forget to pee all the time, don't worry. But I feel like as I've grown older, I like remind myself too, you know?
Like, hey, peeing is important.
Yeah, you don't want to get, what happened? What do you get if you force yourself to not pee?
Like a kidney infection?
Right, yeah, kidney stuff, that's bad.
Kidney stones, not from not peeing, but kidney stones are also bad.
Yeah, those are from drinking too much
soda. Yeah, not drinking enough water. Actually, it's specifically having too much calcium. So don't drink a lot of milk as an adult, I guess.
Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I drink a lot of milk. Oh, good God.
You don't suffer from the lactose?
I don't. No, I don't. Which I'm very happy about because I'm a big desserts person, and a lot of the desserts I like have some form of dairy involved.
Oh, shit, dude. Forgetting to pee is a common symptom of neurodivergency. Brigadier, I collect Gundams and I like Godzilla. Like, I don't need you pointing out the obvious autism that's sitting here, okay?
It's like there are other symptoms.
Do we need to talk about that? I just saw my doctor yesterday and she was like, you know what? I think we should add an extra 10 milligrams to your Adderall.
Oh
She gave it to me as an extra one that's not extended release in case I need a little extra bump. Yeah, the tasty is so focused. So
tasty,
focused. Japanese, on that, Adderall is illegal in Japan.
Is it really? Why?
Yeah, you're not allowed to take Adderall.
What? Doste?
It's meth.
What? You're telling me this whole time Adderall is meth?
Yeah.
You're telling me I've taken meth before?
It's prescription. But like it's like clean meth.
I was not prescribed Adderall when I took it.
It's clean meth. Yeah.
Clean meth?
It's like a proper science lab made meth, you know?
Oh my fucking god, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I actually never knew that. Jesus.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's.
Okay,
it's
I'm
similar.
gonna Google right now. Because I believe you, but that's crazy. Holy shit! Wait, it's a mix of an amphetamine and a dextroamphetamine. What the fuck?
It's amphetamines. It's basically meth. It's meth light that you give to toddlers or to like kids that can't sit still in their seats.
That's crazy. Also, wait, SP brings up a good point. What if you need to take Adderall and you visit Japan?
You can't take it with you. Yeah,
really?
You can't take it with you. You have to leave it behind. Yeah. You have to talk to your doctor and have them basically prescribe you a non-amphetamine.
Okay.
Yeah, so they allow ADHD meds, but you have to get like a non-amphetamine one. There's also like a handful of antidepressants they don't allow over there too.
Damn, that's crazy. How do I say interesting in Japanese?
Omoshiroi.
Omoshiroi. Oh, I thought that was funny.
It's interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Omoshiroi. I guess I used omoshiroi as interesting in the past, but I thought there was like a different word to say it, or a better one. Also, we're learning Tokyo dialect, I assume? That's Tokyo
dialect.
That's what's taught to foreigners.
We're gonna actually I have like a couple of things to cover. We're gonna cover like some of the different ways to study. So first line, why learn Japanese? Which like honestly, Japan is a tiny island with a very small amount of the world's population, and the language is almost exclusively spoken on this tiny little island in the Pacific. Why would you bother to learn it? You know?
I got a good reason.
Anime's
that's
fucking cool.
That's one of them. Also, I want to be able to watch my JP Hollow live streams.
Your JP Hollow live streams,
without waiting for the clippers.
Exactly. Anime is fucking cool. Isn't it a dope picture?
It is.
It's got like here, I'll move over. It's got like all the best people in anime on it.
Absolutely.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Learn it for the 2D waifus. Hell yeah, dude.
Satoru Gojo's not on here, but you know, that's okay. This looks like it was for like older anime. Anyways.
Yeah. You can tell. I mean, it's got the old school Sailor Moon and everything on it, so.
Yeah.
All right. When you're learning Japanese, I'll move back over. There is 3 main alphabets that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah. I know 2 of these.
Yeah, I'll move back over. Japan has 3 separate alphabets, you guys. 3.
It does.
Can you read them?
I know the first one's hiragana, katakana, and I mean the last one is kanji, but I don't know.
That's
kanji.
it. You got it.
This was a big advantage I had when I took Japanese in college because So I remember originally I wanted to learn Japanese for a bit. So I was like, because I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just knew Japanese and I made my friends think that I was like picking up Japanese from just watching a lot of anime, which by the way, that doesn't work like
It
that.
doesn't work.
But
Yeah.
but I thought that would be funny. So I started learning Japanese and the first thing they taught us or the first thing that they teach like in like these little like online like things is hiragana and katakana. So I learned that and then my semester ended and when I was picking new classes that like I saw that Japanese was available to take. And the first semester that I took was literally just teaching you hiragana and katakana, and I just had that shit down. I got like 100% in that class because
That's
I already
awesome.
knew it going in.
Because you did it for a bit.
I did do it for a bit.
Yeah, so that leads super well into the next slide. What about Romaji? For what most people don't know, whenever you read Japanese, but it's written out in the English text characters, spelled out, that's called Romaji. A lot of I would say like the biggest mistake that a lot of new learners use is they attempt to rely on Romaji to use it for learning the language. However, it makes it really, really difficult to actually transition into learning the language properly the way that it's written. And if you look at any sort of Japanese media, you go to Japan, you try to watch things in Japanese, there's no Romaji. It's for English learners, foreign learners only. Don't use it. It's not going to be beneficial for you. Like, it's not worth it. Just spend like the month before learning Japanese. Here, next slide. The month before you start learning how to speak Japanese, just memorizing hiragana and katakana. It's like, yeah.
I did that.
You did that. I did that. Anyone who speaks Japanese did it at some point in their life. It's kind of like learning how to speak and read and write Russian without learning Cyrillic, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah, sorry. I agree because so my job's been pretty slow lately. So I don't really do anything except I've been doing more Japanese practice, like just because I just sit in the back and I just go on my phone.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
the thing with like obviously I'm on Duolingo because it's just like it's very easy and quick to use. The thing that I don't like about it is that where I am at currently, it has Romaji over every hiragana and katakana symbol.
You can turn that off in the settings.
Can I? Okay, thank God.
Yeah, you can turn it off.
I was wondering how to do that, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's in the settings. You can actually go in and you can turn it off and change it so that so whenever you see kanji written somewhere in Japanese, sometimes you'll see like hiragana or katakana in brackets next to it. That's called furigana.
Yeah.
And it's like a very common thing to do for like youth media for like so for children's media they tend to like have very limited kanji, so like there's not a lot of furigana in it. It tends to be for like preteens. So like My Hero Academia, One Piece, all the shonen sort of like.
Jujutsu Kaisen does that actually.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is shonen.
Yeah, that's my current hyperfixation, so I'll probably mention it more than once this stream. So I'd like to apologize in advance.
It's a good show. It's a really good show. I'm currently watching Solo Leveling, so I haven't been able to catch up with Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's okay. This season's pretty peak though.
Yeah.
It's some hot shit.
I need to watch it. Up next. Oh, now I have to move again.
Oh my god, I remember
I shouldn't have made
these.
the slides this big. Yeah, here I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit so it's a little.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's shrink the browser down so that it's not taking up all of the space.
I had both of these.
There we go. That's better.
Yay.
That's better. Now I can actually be in the corner. Yeah, so textbooks. There is a handful of textbooks that I would recommend if you're trying to learn Japanese. The very first two are Genki 1 and 2, which is basically the first two levels of beginner Japanese. Thank you so much for the follow, Ryoko. Welcome, welcome.
Ryoko!
Hi.
Hi, Ryoko. Ryoko wa Ryoko wa tomodachi.
Oh, really? One of your friends?
Hi.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Genki 1 and 2 essentially cover the JLPT N5 is Genki 1, and the JLPT N4 is Genki 2. And then the N3 through the N1, Tobira Intermediate Japanese will basically get you ready for... it'll basically get you all of the grammar for N3 through N1. However, the difference between N3 and N1 is solely how much vocab you know. It's purely vocab. It's 100% a vocab crunch. Then the last thing that I like to recommend for people who are looking for textbooks to learn Japanese is Nihongo So Matome JLPT, which actually the entire textbooks they're not so much textbooks as they are workbooks. And they're workbooks specifically for the JLPT, so they have just Japanese exercises. It's like doing extra homework assignments to try and like learn and practice more without any of the other textbook fluff taking up space. So if you're like Genki 1 level, then you would get Nihongo So Matome JLPT N5. If you finish Genki 2, you'd get the JLPT N4. And then for Tobira, you would get N3, N4. Or sorry, N3, N2, N1. Upwards, counting down, not counting up. Textbooks I don't recommend. Specifically two. Do not buy these. Do not buy these.
I probably won't, but would you like to explain why?
Don't fucking buy these. They're bad. It's a waste of your fucking money. So
Why?
Japanese for busy people isn't necessarily a bad textbook, but the entire textbook has no kanji in it whatsoever.
I can see that.
So if you're taking the time, like what you're doing, you're going ahead, you're moving up, you're trying to learn. You've learned hiragana and katakana, and now you're trying to learn kanji. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass to read because you quickly realize that reading only in hiragana and katakana and no kanji whatsoever makes everything look like a word minefield, and you have no idea where the words start and end.
Right. Yeah.
It's really rough.
Yeah, I kind of learned that because like when I first started, I was like, why does kanji exist? It's kind of dumb. But then like I felt like when you start reading like longer like letters and paragraphs, it's like I don't fucking know what any of this like. It gets confusing. So having
it gets
symbols
really
there is actually very
confusing.
useful.
Yeah. It's one of the things that makes it really noticeable is if one of the best games to play when you're learning Japanese is the Pokemon games, because you can set the Pokemon games in Japanese.
Say less.
But what they recently did with the more modern Japanese games, because graphics have gotten better on the Switch compared to any of the predecessor consoles, they added kanji. They added like very, very basic kanji with furigana because it's for children.
Oh, okay. That's
so you can turn on kanji mode in the Japanese versions of the game. Yeah.
that's actually cool. I didn't know
Yeah, it
that.
is really cool. What if I'm not buying that for the tech? The anime girl on the cover of this one is not sexy enough to buy to look at. She looks like all of the anime girls on those like learn to draw anime books that they sell at fucking Michael's.
Oh my god. You're so right.
She does though.
I like her hair, though.
Did your parents ever buy you those books as a kid?
They did not because
No.
I was a kid that would draw a lot. I was never very good at drawing. Like I was not very artistic, to be completely honest.
I really into drawing, but none of it was ever good, and I only drew anime style. So my parents would always buy me those, like, learn how to draw anime style, because I didn't draw fucking anything else. I just drew really lewd drawings of,
I mean, hey.
Kira Yamato from Gundam Seed making out with me.
That's the power of learning to draw those.
I know!
Like that, you know?
A budding hentai artist.
Like SB can draw, right? And SB
Yeah.
has had the power to draw me pregnant. Literally.
She did. I love that
It
MPreg drawing
happened
she did of
twice.
you. Yeah, it was a good
It happened
one.
literally twice. So people who can draw are very powerful.
Hi, Dragon Tech. The original JP Pokemon games were purely in hiragana katakana, but they used spaces between the words so it's readable. Even with that, Japanese adults had a hard time understanding because without kanji, a lot of word meaning is lost. It's true. It's true. A girl looks like it was drawn by a Western artist who is good but almost never draws anime. Yeah, it looks like it's drawn by like a comic book artist. Like a Western webcomic
True.
artist. Second book I don't recommend. Japanese from Zero, the one of the picture. Reasons I don't recommend this is it is incredibly slow. You will go through Japanese from Zero 1 through 4, which is 4 entire textbooks to get the same amount of content that you will in Genki 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Not only that,
they're trying to make money off of you.
it uses Romaji.
Ooh.
So it uses Romaji and then slowly teaches you hiragana and katakana by having like occasional blank letters where you're supposed to fill in the letter. However, that continues for half of the book. So it's like that entire half of the book, because if you use flashcards, you can slam out learning hiragana in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
By doing like a daily flashcard practice. It's really not difficult to learn. So having it take half of a textbook, which is like 3 months of learning, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I think
really
it's-
slow.
I think that's just something you have to learn first. You know, like I don't think
Yeah,
you
it
should learn
is.
speaking or words before you learn hiragana and katakana.
Mm-hmm.
Personally,
Honestly, hiragana and katakana are like number one. Get it done, get it over with, get it out of the way. You don't have to think
Yeah.
about it anymore.
right? Exactly.
Next slide, I have YouTube recommendations for learning.
Yay.
Yeah. Number 1 on the list is Tokini Andy. He's fucking great. He's an English speaker who lives in Japan with his Japanese wife. He teaches English to Japanese students, but he also teaches Japanese to English students. His content, he has a series that he did where he did like an hour-long YouTube lesson for every single one of the Genki chapters. So if you buy the Genki textbook, but you're like, man, I wish I had like a teacher in like a classroom setting to go along with this, literally just watch his videos and it's like you're getting a lesson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I fucking love his channel. He streams on Twitch too. He just streams Japanese content.
That's nice.
Yeah, so he does like Japanese
follow.
lessons and like Japanese let's plays for English speakers and like Japanese content for English speakers on Twitch and on YouTube too. So he's fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones, Nihongo. She does like grammar lessons. Japanese Pod 101. They do grammar and vocabulary lessons as well.
Yeah. I think
The horns are in the way of the yeah, I'll move. There you go, guys.
I watched Japanese Pod 101 before. I'm pretty sure.
Japanese Pod 101 is a really, really common one. They're super popular. They have I think Japanese Pod has like a pretty solid. You know what? It would be better if I just put it there. That's better.
Oh,
Oh, we fixed it.
yay. How do you say fixed in Japanese?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Ah, shit. That's my biggest problem is like I feel like I just don't have a lot of vocabulary. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
grammar that I was taught I have a good handle on, but I don't have enough words.
I know how to say broke. I know how to say that I broke it. I don't know how to say that I Kawareta. Yep.
Kawareta. I know
Kawarete shimaimashita. I accidentally broke it.
I only know that song. I know that because of Unravel.
Naote. That's how you say fixed. We've got blind.
Naote.
Naote.
Blind with the clutch.
Blind with the clutch. For
clutch.
purely funny ENJP content, I recommend watching Dogen, an American guy who lives in Japan and does ENJP language content, but memes. He is super funny. Have you ever watched Dogen?
I don't think so.
He does he makes fun of learning Japanese from a dude who's been teaching English and Japanese for like 10 plus years. He's really, really funny. I think he kind of falls. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that. I think I know who this is, actually.
Yeah, he's like a really big YouTuber.
I think I do. Wait, I looked him up. Yeah, I do. I actually have watched his videos before. The video that I remember the most from him it was the video. It was the one. Oh shit! I don't know how to explain it, but basically, because of him is the reason I know that if they hit you with the Nihongo Jozu, you got Nihongo Jozu. Yeah, exactly. This was the first time I saw it, and then. But if they say to you, how long have you been living in Japan? That's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, that's the question that I got when I visited there, which was really nice. Or I got asked, do you live here? How long have you been living here? It's like, oh, I don't.
Yeah,
just
I
visiting.
got hit with the Nihongo Jozu a few times. When
it happens to the best of us.
No, it's fine. I mean, as long as they kind of understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's a win for me, at least.
He basically points out in memes about how nonsensical some Japanese language stuff is. He's great. He is great. He kind of falls into that category of Japanese YouTubers that have been like making Japanese lifestyle content for a long time. So it's him. It's Abroad in Japan. Charmeleon. Who else is there? There's also there's the one guy, I can't remember what his name is. He does like Japanese content, but he mostly like goes to like Japanese apartments and like looks at like weird or crazy Japanese apartments. Sea-Dog VA is also in that sort of like group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that guy.
Everyone knows that. Well,
everyone knows that
everyone knows him now. He's gotten really popular in the last like 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think both him and Iron Mouse have both gotten like super, super popular in the last 2 years.
They have. And you know what? I'm happy for him.
Me too. Me too.
I haven't really watched his content, but I see him in a lot of VTuber stuff.
I think it's because he's friends with Iron Mouse. Yeah.
That's how I know about the Four Big Guys song.
The Four Big Guys song?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was... It was. I'll send you the clip later.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to explain.
I don't know what the Four Big Guys song is, so
it's a banger, but it's kind of inappropriate. Well, I mean, as inappropriate as yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right. I think that we're on the last of the suggestions before we go into some learning Japanese content. Apps, important apps.
This will be useful to me.
So fucking useful. Number one, WaniKani, which is a kanji learning app. It's available on desktop as well, and it does like spaced repetition for kanji specifically. It also teaches you about some of the different like prefixes and affixes and additions and like how to properly do stroke order for kanji.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, Anki. Which is Anki is the picture. That's what it looks like. It is an application that's not web-based. You download it onto your computer. It's a super light piece of software. You can also download it onto your phone, but I think you actually have to pay for the phone one. I think the phone one's like $25 or something. It's like a single time purchase, and you don't have any like ads or anything afterwards, and it lets you store as many like flashcard decks in the cloud as you want. So it's essentially a flashcard spaced repetition one. One of the things that I really like about it, though, is that you can choose how spaced out your repetition is. So if you only want to see cards like a couple of times while you're still learning it, and then like have it go longer and longer spaced out after you're like, oh, okay, I think I've got this, you can use that with Anki. Versus WaniKani, their spaced repetition flashcards for kanji is kind of like, it shoves that flashcard down your fucking throat until you're like, I'm sick of this fucking card. I got it. Wakarimashita. Wakarimashita. I don't want to see this. And it keeps sending it to you over and over. So my recommendation is if you try WaniKani for kanji out and you find it getting a little bit too repetitive and too annoying, I would give Anki a try and use their WaniKani flashcard deck.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the best way to teach me, because I feel like I feel like if I see something, like, I need to see something like 10 times before it like manifests into my mind.
Yeah. Well, see, and WaniKani shows it to you like 20. So you're like,
I mean, listen, I'll
seeing
take
something 10 times before it manifests, WaniKani's like, hey, yo, have this 20 times, and then also have it once a week for the next year because you can't get enough of this. Versus Anki, it's spaced repetition in how well you remember it. So it gives you like 4 different levels, like, I don't fucking know this one, to I kind of know this, I'm pretty sure I got this, to like, I definitely know this. And if you hit the I definitely know this one, then it doesn't show it to you again for like a fairly long amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
a cool feature.
Versus if you hit the like, I didn't fucking know this at all, it shows you again in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, the other thing is that on top of the WaniKani, you can download for free a set of flashcards called JLPT Tango. And they have like all of the different JLPT levels. And it essentially is just like flashcards with full sentences. And there's also like someone, I think it was just like a bot that they used to have it read the cards out loud. But it essentially, you get it auditorily as well.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, because my listening comprehension definitely needs work. I feel like that's a big weakness of mine. Listening
comprehension is like really difficult because the only way to practice is listening or having people speak it to you, listening, and you can't really pick it up from anime because anime vocabulary is weird.
You know what it is, because like so what I thought was interesting was that, like, because you know there's like different dialects in
Japan,
like Japan, like, and they're all like relatively different. Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting because, like, I remember when I was learning Japanese and like taking it in college, I would like watch anime and I'd be like, when do I get to like understand what's going on? And like I couldn't. But then I watched Tokyo Ghoul, and I actually understood what they were saying like relatively well.
That's awesome.
I was like, wow.
That's actually really awesome. There's actually, so there is a website out there. I cannot for the life of me remember what the name is. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up really quick. There is a website out there where they've essentially ranked the vocabulary difficulty of like anime. So you can scroll through and you can filter by like what anime is easier to watch for Japanese learners versus what anime is a little bit more difficult. Especially if you're trying to watch, a really good practice way is watching with Japanese subtitles.
Yeah, that's what my sister did when she was learning Spanish, was she would watch with Spanish subtitles on.
Yeah, and like some of the easier shows are obviously like kids shows, like Non Non Biori. And then there's like the Polar Bear show. It's like Polar Bear Cafe is another really popular one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then it goes up in difficulty, and obviously, like, the most difficult ones to watch are, like, Gundam, anything war-related.
I bet.
Yeah. Anything like war-related, Gundam, stuff with fucking politics in it. So,
You're saying
surprisingly,
don't watch Attack on Titan.
I think Attack on Titan isn't as difficult. I think it's more
okay.
so like the very
I'll take it.
traditional military shows, which tends to be mecha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Oh yeah, here's a little one.
Duolingo is
Why do
bad? Oh, shit,
why
I've
do
been
people
using
say
Duolingo for the past couple
Duolingo is
weeks.
bad? So if you guys are trying to learn Japanese and like you go to like the Japanese learning subreddits and stuff, and you're like, I've been using Duolingo, everyone will shit on you for
Yeah,
using Duolingo.
I'm sure.
Everyone fucking shits on you for using it. It's not necessarily bad. It's just that using Duolingo solely to learn Japanese is not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a practice. It's like a supplement, kind of.
Exactly. Exactly. So, like, the thing Duolingo is best at is vocabulary.
Right.
So if you're at a point where you're like, I really need to learn more vocabulary, and that's it, Duolingo's phenomenal. Like, it's not the fastest method, but I'd say it's probably the funnest method of learning vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because, like, obviously, Duolingo Bird is putting their birdussy out there to make as much money as possible.
Yeah, that okay. Like, have you used it recently?
I have not, no.
Because so, like I said, I've been kind of using it to learn more, to just like brush up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And there's a system in place where like if you get 5 wrong, like you have to wait a day. It's literally it's like a gotcha game. Like there's like like they have like hearts which count as mistakes. Every time you get a mistake, you lose a heart. And
remember that being a thing.
Yeah. And it wasn't like that when I used it in like 2018 or 2019. Whenever I was like hard.
And you have to buy more hearts in order to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can pay a subscription and not have to worry about that. Like you just get unlimited. But I think that sucks. That sucks. And it makes me sad.
That does suck.
Yeah.
I stopped using Duolingo because they changed the pathing for how you learned. Before, it was like you learned a section of words, and so they had it segmented out like, for this set of flashcards, I'm learning about colors, or I'm learning about animals, or I'm learning about, like, bicycles and outdoors, or I'm learning about food. And you would kind of go down those pathways for vocabulary and get to the end. And then they changed it where it's just streamlined. You don't get to choose what pathway you take anymore.
Oh, that kind of sucked.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like not being able to pick and choose what I want to study that day.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, the way I've been using it, it kind of just seems like it's just kind of throwing you into different exercises. Mm-hmm. And that's really it. I mean, I don't know how the paid version is. Maybe the paid version is better, but...
I used the paid version before, and I still wasn't, like, super into it. I've been thinking about using it again just to get more vocabulary practice in. Because I generally use Anki, which is like a flashcard deck. So essentially it does everything that Duolingo can do, just not... It doesn't have like the gamified addiction to it with like the streaks and the competitive thing, you know?
Happy noises every time you get one right.
Yeah, the little bloops, like getting extra little diamonds and things to buy. Whatever, bikinis for your bird. I don't fucking know what they give you these days.
You can customize the bird? I didn't even notice that.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, imagine there's a battle pass.
I think you can use the diamonds if you're trying to like compete with other people for like leaderboard. You can use diamonds to be like, I get double points for the next hour.
Incredible. There's a rank mode.
I was a ranker on Duolingo for a little while.
Yeah, you were grinding it out.
I was grinding. I was on that grind back in my a little bit more studious days.
That's good though.
All right, we're on to actual Japanese lessons
Oh my god, I
time.
know this. I can
Different
name
ways to
probably
say
every
me.
person in this picture.
Yeah, you can name all of them?
I can. I'm a
Which one-
big fucking Hololive fan.
Which one's your favorite?
Which one is my favorite from here? Well,
Yeah.
hang on. I don't think my Oshi's in. Oh no, she is. She's in the middle above Kiryu Koko. Her name's Aki.
Kiryu? Aki?
Kiryu. Yeah, Aki Rosenthal. She's next to Korone. Korone was
Korone!
the first VTuber I ever watched. The
Really?
first VTuber I ever watched. The first clip I ever saw of the first VTuber media ever was Korone yelling at soap.
That's actually really cute. That sounds like
that-
something she would do.
Yeah, that's where it all started. Oh man. Oh man, this brings me back.
For me, it was who was that like old school original VTuber?
Are they in Hololive or?
No,
were
it was
they-
like before HoloLive was even a thing.
Kizunai,
Yeah, Kizuna Ai. That was
the
like
OG.
the OG.
The
That was like my first
Godfather,
exposure.
The founder, the founding VTuber.
Yeah. The original Oshi.
Actually.
Kizuna
I
Ai was like
remember.
my first exposure to VTubers. And then who was my second one after that? I want to say it was probably Gargura.
Gaogua.
Yeah. Our lovely beautiful Senzawa.
our little shark. I have a Gargura themed keyboard.
Really?
I do. It was a custom keyboard my
Aw.
cousin built for me, and it's got Gargura on it. It's so fucking cute.
Oh,
I will
that
send you a
is really
picture after the
cute.
stream.
I want to see a picture of it.
It's,
I
it's
wish she
adorable.
streamed more often, but
I do too, but we gotta give the little shark her rest. I feel like
yeah, her
she's
2
literally,
year
like,
long rest.
she is Hololive's like crowning like she's like the heavy hitter, you know. Does she have like 4 million subscribers or something like that now?
She does. However, I think the twins are really catching up on her these days.
Oh, Fuakoko?
Yeah,
And, what's the other
Fuamoko.
Yeah, Fuamoko. They're cute.
Fuawan Mokoko.
Fuawa. Today!
Today!
Not tomorrow! Today!
Tomorrow! I can't stop scrolling TikTok. Like anytime I scroll TikTok, literally their cover of Kendrick Lamar comes up.
That's so funny.
It's so fucking cute.
It is. I feel like that's the big Hololive thing, is just the gap moes. Because like everyone seems like this is supposed to be an idol, but then they just do some fucked up shit. Or they're really deranged, and that's the big appeal.
Well, and it's kind of crazy that they're actually twins too. Like
I
that's
know,
a crazy
yeah.
concept to sell, to be like, yes, let's do a VTuber concept, but we're actually twins.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's interesting, having going live with like someone else all the time.
Yeah. I also looked up their past life too, their PL. And one of the craziest things that I thought was I was looking at their prior models and comparing it. So Fuawa, her model, like they've been known for like being more feminine and also being like super busty. And Mokoko is known for being like boyish and tomboy-y and flat-chested. Their past life models were the same. Like it wasn't like the dog concept, but they still had those same characteristics.
Yeah, right.
So they
That's
like
neat.
pulled those to cross over to the HoloLive.
We love that. We love to see it.
Yeah.
I love seeing the I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. Just seeing like them go to like corporate and seeing like what ideas transfer over.
Okay, first up we have Watashi.
Watashi.
Watashi. This is hi HK. Welcome. You made it just in time for the actual Japanese lesson to start.
Let's go.
Let's go. Watashi. So, watashi is the most common way for people to refer to themselves. It's genderless, it's polite, it's somewhat formal. It's not like super formal, but it's like semi-formal, where most people in like a business setting would say watashi. So because of that, most livers use watashi. So I put in a little list of all the little HoloLive VTubers that use watashi. We have Sora, Azuki, Asuki, Suisei, Hato, Fubuki, Aqua, Choco, Mio, Flare, Noelle, Marine, Watame, Botan, Polka, Koyori, Chloe, Iroha. They all use watashi.
I see. Wow, this is a great, what's it called? This is great for helping me learn. This is a great visual learning thing.
You get what is my pronoun? What pronoun should I use?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I don't watch HoloLive. Well, just for you, I've got pictures too. We've got pictures of the HoloLive VTubers.
The
Which one is this?
original. That's Sora.
Sora.
Sora. Ah, she's the original. I could go
Perfect.
on forever. She started everything.
Did she? She was like the
She did.
phase 1?
Well, she was like, I think she was pre-Gen 1. She literally was the first VTuber they launched, and I think her debut had, I think, 13 people watching it.
Oh, holy shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And she literally, because of her, she paved the way for everybody else.
Oh, wow.
Like, all her hard work is the reason that everyone else that comes into HoloLive, like, was able to have, like, pretty much a really big following off the bat.
That's awesome.
I love Tokino Sora.
Sora reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, it's a pretty common name for like anime stuff, and it means sky in Japanese.
Yeah, Sora means sky.
Mm-hmm.
There's also
next.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We have Atashi.
Atashi.
This is only by women. If you're a guy and use Atashi in public, they're wrist. You can't see, I'm bending the wrist. It's extremely feminine.
I see.
So it's very women only. It's pretty informal, and it's like cheerful, but it's
At
super
Kaiju
feminine.
_Kanojo,
Right.
have you seen the anime
Got
called
it.
Squid
I
Girl?
see that for Aqua. Flea.
Yeah. Have I seen the anime called Squid Girl? I have. Squid Girl is a super cute show. So there's only a handful of livers that use Atashi. Then we have an extra special one, Watashi.
Watashi.
Watashi is like royalty only. You will never
shit.
be in Japan and
shit.
hear someone use this.
I see. Okay.
But if you're watching anime and it's like a historical setting and you have like royalty and princesses and kings, they'll refer to themselves using watashi.
I see. You know, I have heard this word before, I think, in anime, and I was curious what it meant.
Yeah, so it's essentially just another way of referring to oneself, but it's like referring to one's royal highness self, sort of.
I see.
Yeah. Hi, Fallen. Hello. Twitch chat wasn't working for you? Well, you came just in time for the, literally just in time for the Japanese lesson.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, up next we have Boku.
Boku.
Boku is a masculine pronoun, but not for men, only for like boys, like little boys,
Oh,
like
I see.
preteens. As soon as you're a teenager, you don't really use boku anymore, unless you're a girl, and sometimes girls will use boku to be like more tomboyish.
I see.
What about femboys asking for a friend? Femboys would use generally watashi. Even femboys still wouldn't use atashi unless they're cross-dressing. And if they're like cross-dressing like really, really girlish and trying to like present ultra feminine, then they would probably use atashi. Otherwise, it's just like ultra feminine girls that use atashi.
I see.
So, but for Boku, we have Roboko-san, Oyaku, and Kanata.
Kanata, hi.
Also,
That's right,
Another Subaru.
Subaru senpai. She's like her whole thing is like she's a tomboy duck.
Oh,
No, she's
okay.
not a duck, but everyone calls her a duck.
Oh, that's cute.
She
She
sounds like
probably
a
used
duck.
Boku as well.
Yeah.
If you listen to a lot of like rock and roll music, anime openings specifically, like very rock, very hardcore rock, the female vocalists in these rock bands will often use boku when referring to themselves because they feel very tomboyish being like a frontliner in a rock band. So listening to music, you'll hear women refer to themselves as boku a lot more frequently than you will anywhere else.
I see.
Next we have ore.
Ore.
Ore. So ore is 100% masculine. This is what you would use as a pronoun.
Oh, okay. I see. Ore.
Ore.
In a non-formal setting, right?
In a non-formal setting, yeah. Like if you're on a business phone call, you would use watashi. But if you're like just talking to people in general, you would use ore. And that's normal for you. However, when a woman uses ore, it is incredibly fucking aggressive. It's rude. It's very
It's rude?
it's rude as a fuck.
Holy
It's
shit.
incredibly fucking rude for a woman to
Damn.
use ore. Yeah, so there's literally only 2 Hololivers who've used ore as their pronoun, and it's Botan and Polka.
I see. Interesting. Wow.
Since I was
I'm
driving
learning
during the
so much.
slideshow, can you put it in Discord later? I'm trying to get to N4, N3 by 2026. Yeah, I can put it in the Discord server afterwards.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So all this is explaining that one joke in Kimi no Na that
Yeah.
didn't translate to English very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I remember that one because
Is that even feasible? Getting to N3 by 2026? Yeah, no, that's more than or I would say
Oh,
N3
yeah, totally.
might be difficult. N4 100%. That would literally just be going through Genki 1 this year and then going through Genki 2 next year, which doing a single textbook in a year is super feasible. That's not even like a stressful level of studying. That is just like maybe a couple hours every week level of studying. Because I'm going to Japan in 2026 to visit family by myself for a month. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, no, you'll absolutely, if you put time, like a couple hours a week into studying every week, you'll get there for sure. 100%. Yeah.
I believe in you.
We have another one. Uchi. Uchi. Uchi is solely Kansai Ben. So, Kansai Ben is a regional dialect that is spoken exclusively in the Kansai region, which includes like Kyoto and Osaka. The university I went to was in Kansai.
Oh, okay.
And my current sensei is also from Kansai, so she speaks Kansai Ben as well. So it's actually really funny when when Blind and I went to go visit, because obviously we went to go visit her in her hometown in Kobe. We met up for lunch and had like coffee together. And Blind was actually teasing her because when she's teaching and working with me, it's almost exclusively in traditional dialect, Tokyo dialect. However, when we actually met up in person in Kobe, she like kept slipping really hard into Kansai Ben, obviously being in Kansai in her home turf. And so
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Blind and I were both like, oh, that's really cute. She's like, oh, sumimasen. So I think Kansai Ben's really adorable. And Uchi is solely, it's watashi, but for people who live in Kansai.
I see.
So that's
I love
why
you so much.
Mio is the only person who's used it in Hololive.
Mio-chan.
Yeah, she's super cute. I love her design. I've never
I
seen
love
her
her.
before.
She's a wolf.
She's not a fox?
No, she's a wolf.
Oh. She's got that like kitsune sort of style of clothing, you know. She kind of reminds me of
Yeah.
Yoimiya.
Yeah, I think Fubuki is a fox.
I picked some
I
cute
believe.
characters. Thanks. All the Hololive characters are so fucking cute.
They're all cute. It hurts.
It hurts. I wish their rigging was better, but you know.
Yeah. That's their like one. That's always been their weakness. Is like the rigging. You know, like I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it gets the job done, so they don't really have to worry about it too much. But
I think one of the other issues that they have is Hololive doesn't really want too much of a differentiation between the quality of rigging for their older characters, because then they
Right.
would have to pay for everything to get re-rigged, you know?
yeah,
So it's kind of like if we keep the standard and only like slightly improve it per generation, then we won't have to deal with like some newer generations looking wildly different compared to previous.
right. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So
That makes sense.
that's my theory is why the rigging is not up to par with today's standards. But like for like 5 years ago standards, it was top tier.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. Oh yeah, totally. It was revolutionary back then.
Yeah. The fact that it moved and blinked and it looked realistic when it was blinking, like phenomenal. But
Yeah.
nowadays it's like the top tier like VTubers have like the most crazy like what's that software called?
E-Bridger.
VBridger?
Yeah, I use E-Bridger actually.
Yeah, they've moved on from just mouth tracking in VBridger. There's now full VBridger face rigging that like your nose moves and everything.
Yeah,
Crazy stuff.
yeah. The technology that like goes into this stuff is actually insane, and like the work. That's why rigging and stuff is expensive. But like, it's literally just so much fucking work. It is a crazy amount of work to put into.
Okay, I'm curious. How
Yeah.
much did you spend on your rigging?
How much they spend on my rigging?
Yeah.
I don't think I spent that much, to be honest. I think I
Yeah.
only spent a. I actually don't remember. I remember it was in like the $700 to $800
Oh,
range.
that's not bad. That's not bad
so
at all.
it really was not too much. And I remember my art mama didn't charge me that much either at the time. I think that the art was like a little more expensive, but they were like about the same.
Oh, okay.
How about you? If you're
Well-
comfortable saying that. I don't know if you ever said this on stream before.
So I use a pre-made. I don't know if I told you that.
I think you have.
Yeah, so this is a pre-made model, and then I redid all of the art on it myself.
Okay.
Well, not like all the art on it, but I redid like colorations and stuff. I have entered into contract for like my first like full original model.
Hey, yo, let's go.
Yeah,
love
I'm
to
getting
see
it
it.
done by Kluseller-san, who
Cool.
yeah.
exciting.
They did who all did they do? They did Onigiri Yen. They did Matara-kan.
I don't know if I.
She's
who
the
that
new Vishojo.
Okay.
She's
Yes,
the
yes.
cockroach girl.
Okay, yes. I do know who that
Matara
is
means
then.
cockroach in Japanese.
Mitara?
Matara.
Matada.
See? Oh, look, there's a Momo. Cat Art just put Matara's Momo in chat. The little
I
cockroach.
see. Okay. Yeah,
You know-
I do know then.
Yeah.
She's pink? Or what color is she?
Yeah, she's pink.
Okay, yeah. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Perfect, yeah. I know who you're talking about then.
You know,
That's
I had a
awesome.
friend who told us they were fluent in Japanese, well spoken and written. Then we found out they only knew phrases and used Google Translate after called out by someone who is Japanese. Yeah, it's very obvious when someone Google translates
I was,
stuff.
I was gonna say, I feel like you cannot hide that you're fluent. in a
You
language.
can't, no.
I feel like that's something that's very easy to call out. Like
Yeah.
immediately.
It is. It
That
is.
is bizarre. I feel like I would say that's like a joke that I would say. I'd be like, yeah, I'm fluent in Japanese, and then I would just say like, I'd be like, konnichiwa.
Konnichi,
Yeah.
what's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah, konnichi, what's up? And then I would say like, gomen nasari.
He still claims to be fluent in his resumes. Ugh, that's rough. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the job, I guess. But like, they'll know quickly.
Absolutely. But yeah, for the artwork for the new model, I'm already in contract for it, so I know the price. It's gonna be about $2,800 for the art.
I mean, that's a lot, but also if they did a V Shoujo model,
They did, yeah.
that's definitely about what I would expect.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, and surprisingly, like I was looking at other artists that are in like the same sort of like level tier, and I think they're a little bit cheaper than most because they're based out of Japan.
Okay. That's
So
good,
some
then.
of the other people that I was looking at, like this, it seems like the average rate for like the higher end models is about 6,000 for art.
Yeah, that honestly, that
So-
sounds about right. At that point, it's like an investment, you know, because like I feel like when you get an artist of that caliber, they have such a big following that if they just like put you on their thing, then like it's already gonna get eyes looking at it, you know.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I think another reason why Clue Seller charges a little less is they only do monster girls.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So Onigiri, obviously like a Oni monster girl. Matara is a cockroach girl.
Yeah.
They also did Emma Llama, who is a cryptid VTuber.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
interesting.
Australian.
That's cool.
So I'm really excited. And then for
Yeah.
rigging, I'm still not 100% on who I'm gonna go with. I did have a couple of friends go with one guy his name's Kevin. He did like Iron Mouse stuff,
Oh,
but he
yeah,
also
so
takes
he's
public
a-
commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're do they work for like Vertex and stuff or whatever that?
Yeah, they
that's
work
called?
for like indies too.
Oh, that's cool.
But they only open 2 slots a month for indies.
Yeah.
And for like the basic rigging without any extra add-ons, it's like $4,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But again,
Yeah.
Again,
And he's
that's
the
like,
one who rigged my model, like the current one that I use.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you already know that they're gonna do a good job.
Right. But honestly, I don't know that I'm willing to spend $4,000 on rigging.
Right.
So I think the person that I'm actually going to go with is the same person who did the model for Ebiko.
I see. Wait.
Yeah.
Who's that person?
Ebiko is the shrimp cat VTuber. She's gotten super popular lately. Free Ebiko. I think she's
What
actually been
happened? Is she in
unbanned now. She was in jail for 7 days
What
because
happened?
she was playing Gartic Phone. But it was her first time doing it on stream, and she didn't realize that you need to limit who's allowed to join into it. And a handful of people showed up and started drawing vaginas.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And she got banned for showing vaginas on stream.
Oh, no.
And they were like the most
Jesus
MS
Christ.
Paint looking vaginas you've ever seen. So
Wait, really?
yeah, they're like crude, badly drawn
I was gonna
vaginas.
say she still got banned for that though.
She got 7 day bonk.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel bad. That sucks.
Yeah, it does really suck. And she was like, she had just started her birthday subathon too. So
Oh, and then she had to make the post and it was like, the birthday subathon will be on hold for a little bit.
yeah, she made like she basically made Twitter posts every single day while she was banned as like her messages being sent from jail.
Damn.
Like day one,
sending
it's
a
cold in
pigeon
here.
out.
I'm hungry. I'm so alone.
I'd probably do that if I got banned. Well, if I got banned, I'd probably just be ultra sad. I probably wouldn't even tweet about it. I'd just be
I couldn't imagine you
depresso.
getting suspended.
I don't think I have done anything that would cause that. I'm pretty good about the not safe for work
Yeah.
stuff. There was one time where I was streaming Yakuza recently, and there was a mini game that was like you literally went into like one of the like a cam girl chat room and like would chat in it, and like as it went on, the person would like take off their clothes, and I was like freaking out, and I censored it.
Yo!
Like so, they never actually get like nude. I was
Yeah.
like getting scared because like they were like dressing down to their underwear, and I was screaming and fucking crying and shitting and pissing.
You're actually you're allowed to show that in the game.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah,
allowed to
I
do
mean,
Baldur's Gate sex on screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I still got scared though because it was a real ass person. It was literally just a real person. It was not.
Wait, a real person?
It was a video of a real like person doing cam girl stuff.
I don't
Like,
know
it was-
about that one. Yo!
Yeah, trust me, I got scared. I
Holy
censored that
shit.
in an instant.
That's insane.
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
it's okay. I mean, it's in the game and it's not rated like X, so like it wasn't bannable, but it was.
But it's
scary.
questionable.
It was
I can
questionable,
understand
yes.
being scared.
Yeah.
We have a couple more. Sometimes Hololivers will refer to themselves by their first name.
Mm-hmm.
What isn't rated X? They want to know the name of this game with the cam girl in it.
I have heard people do that before in like streams and like in anime and stuff.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. It's just the way when you refer to yourself by your first name, it comes across as like childish, like you're being playfully like a kid, like your favorite Korone
Korone
Senpai.
senpai.
Korone-chan, she's a puppy Hololiver, and she refers to herself by first name, Korone.
Yep. One.
So, one. So if you're trying to be like kind of cute, kind of like adorable, childish, you refer to yourself in third person. So I would be like, "Oh, Maki did this today. Maki thinks this."
I could see how that would come across as like cutesy.
It's very cutesy.
Yeah, talking in the third person.
I think
feel
it's
like
also
it's
incredibly common in the Nekopara game series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you play Nekopara in Japanese, the Chokora and Vanilla will refer to themselves in the third person.
I see. I should play more games in Japanese, like without the subtitles.
Yeah,
or at least try.
I would say like a lot of the like dating simulator games, a lot of those text-based games, if you put it in Japanese, you can set it with like hiragana and katakana, like in Japanese language as well, so that you're then using Japanese to romance people back.
Hey, yo, say
Yeah,
less.
yeah, best
Say
practice.
I go to Japan and I only know how to like hit on women.
Hey, you got the ultimate riz. Plus, you're tall, so.
Fair. I do remember going to Japan and I looked around and I swear I was the tallest person in that country. It was crazy.
What's it like seeing the top of people's heads everywhere you go?
I feel like I don't really think much of it, but
It's just normal to you now?
I will say that I did have a thought about this recently because the other day I was like trying to fix my hair because like at the very top of my head, like it was like it like wasn't agreeing with me basically, right? Like it was like one piece that just kept standing up and I was trying to like put water on it and like gel it down, but it just kept standing up. And then I thought to myself like, why not, like, what are the chances that someone taller than me is gonna actually look down and see this little hair like sticking up? And I literally wondered if the reason that I was so anal about it was because I regularly see the tops of other people's heads. So I just like subconsciously assumed that most people would be able to see the tops of mine.
Oh no.
You know, but I realized that probably most people just wouldn't even like see it if they had.
Yeah,
to
for real,
trust
for
me,
real.
You know?
It's
Yeah.
just one of those things to be self-conscious about.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm a relatively self-conscious person.
We only have a couple more. We have, sometimes people refer to themselves by surname instead. So, pretend for a minute Maki has a last name. I guess Kaiju.
Yeah, Kaiju.
So, referring to myself as Kaiju-san it's incredibly formal. It's a very polite. It's very humble. It's not common outside of like anime and stuff and like hololiver things. You won't really hear people using it. Even in anime, it's not like super common. Maybe if you're watching like a shonen show and like there's an adult character that might refer to themselves by surname, or like maybe like a kid that wants to like emulate being a little bit more adult without like the writers wanting them to use ore or watashi. So that's essentially the only times that you'll see it. It's incredibly humble, so it's not super common. We're getting into like the more rare and uncommon stuff as we go forward. So
No, that's good. It's good to learn. Do you know Fubuki's surname?
no, I have no idea.
It's Shirakami, and I know Chloe's is Sakamata, but I don't know.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
don't know Iroha's. Sorry, Iroha.
Then we have just two in this category by title.
Sencho.
Sento and Dancho.
Sencho.
So Dancho means it means like boss.
Okay.
Dancho is like boss. And so I think Noelle is like an adventuring guild boss. Is her whole theme?
She's a knight. She's like a buff knight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Dancho essentially would be like what people refer to her from underneath her. So I'm assuming that if she's like a knight, then all of the people in her like Oshi group are probably like lesser knights.
Right.
I'm assuming.
Well, in her generation, they were all like fantasy characters.
Okay.
So she's a knight. I think her and Marina are from the same generation, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then Flair is also in her generation, and she's an elf.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember the other. I mean, I remember one other person, but they're not someone that we should talk about anymore because apparently there was some bad stuff that came out about them.
I'm not in with the Hololive. I had to look all this stuff up for you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It was more of like them as a person, not really their thing. But yeah.
Fair enough.
The other person actually in their generation, I'm pretty sure is Pecora.
No, okay,
girl.
I like Pecora, the bunny girl.
Yeah,
She's very
their whole
cute.
thing was, they had like a fantasy kind of theme.
Nice.
I guess was their thing, but then I don't really know because I guess their generations don't really follow like a theme, you know.
Yeah, they just
doesn't
kind of
really seem like it. They're just like, what's cute? Let's throw what's cute in there.
And then we have Marine, who uses the term Sencho, which is captain. Sencho, being the captain of the pirate ship. Yeah, Sencho. So that's a really cute one.
Yeah,
The
last used to use Kaicho.
Kaito, that's a good one. Are all these people on the slides fellow VTubers like you? They're Hololive VTubers, yeah. So these are all actual. They stream on YouTube, which is where like basically all of the Japanese streamers, VTubers, more or less stream on YouTube only. So these are all company VTubers from the Hololive company. And specifically, because we're doing the Japanese pronouns, we're looking at the Japanese hololivers. English hololivers use, normal English pronouns.
Right, yeah.
But some really popular ones you might have heard of. I mean, Gargura, super famous. Gargura. She's a very, very famous VTuber. What are some other really popular English? Fuamoko.
Yeah, Fuamoko.
They're all over shorts. So Fuamoko, they're the pink and blue dog.
Shiori's pretty popular.
Yeah, I feel like Korone is really popular across the board.
Yeah, Korone was like literally when I first was getting into VTubers, I was wondering if they were only Japanese. I didn't know that Hololive like had an EN branch when I first like saw Korone. Korone just transcends language barriers,
She's very cute.
Yeah.
She's really adorable.
There was one stream where she had to speak English only. It was
I watched that one. It was really
cute.
She
was playing Mario. It was so funny.
You could tell by her like voice inflection that she was incredibly stressed the longer the stream went on.
Yeah. Because her whole thing was like, if I speak Japanese, I have to turn the stream off. And she lost because she said Kinoko.
Oh no! Poor Korone! Poor girl.
I love her though. She's so fucking adorable.
Then we have archaic pronouns. There's only 2 Hololive VTubers that use archaic. Yul is noble, authoritative, like incredibly archaic. This is like samurai era archaic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So like a samurai, if you watch like historical samurai anime, you'll like the high noble people will probably use the pronoun Yul. But it's like crazy old. So I'm pretty sure it's like early samurai stuff. So if you watch, most likely if you watch stuff that involves like emperors and things like that, that's where you'll see yo used. And that's only used by Ayame. She's the only one that uses it. Then Wagahai is another one. Wagahai.
I think I heard this in Konosuba once.
We just got raided. Hello.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hi. Welcome in, Big Andy. My name is Maki, also known as Kaiju Kanajo. We've also got my friend here, JadenStoryCh.
Hello.
Hello. We're hanging out. We're doing a little Japanese lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. I hope you had a good stream. And let me give you a shout out here real quick. One sec. Shout out at Big Andy. Here we go.
I see in your comment that it says you're 360 feet tall.
Yeah.
Is that how tall is that in meters?
I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say, how tall are you compared to the other Godzillas? Because I know that the other Godzillas vary in size.
I'm taller than Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
But not by much. Not by much. By like a handful of meters. So nothing crazy. Pretty on par with Godzilla.
Okay.
As far as other kaiju that go though, much shorter. As far as other kaiju VTubers go, I'm the smallest kaiju VTuber.
Really? You're the smallest?
Yeah. I'm the
Gosh,
smallest.
you're the small bean.
To be honest with you, the other kaiju VTubers tend to be pretty Gurren Lagann with it.
Oh, so they're like the size of a universe.
Yeah, actually, there's one other kaiju VTuber. She's chibi mode. Now we're small.
Should I be small too?
You want to go chibi mode too?
I can be small with you.
It's chibi time.
Well, it's not really a chibi, but it's my small model. You might have to adjust.
Smalden? I might have to drag you.
Smalden.
Where are you?
Oh shit.
Oh, you're still loading for me.
Oh. I vanished. Goodbye.
There we go. We got Smalden.
Yay.
Yay! Thank you for the chibi fallen. And also, thank you again for the raid, Big Andy. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So this small model is actually technically a Hololive thing because
I've seen these
Amelia
before.
Watson was the first. I feel like I don't know if she was the first, but like she's where I first saw the little small models,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I want that. I
They're
saw
very
that and I was
cute.
like,
I like
want
it.
that. Yeah, for real.
So, Wagahai is also an archaic pronoun. It's like solely used for villains, essentially. It's like it comes across as being evil, so you'll probably see that a lot in like historical and samurai stuff by like the bad guy. If they use Wagahai, they're a bad fucking arrogant asshole kind of person.
Got it. So, would anyone use this? Like historically, was there anyone that would use that in like unironically? Where they were just
Yeah,
like, I'm a
I
fucking
would say
villain.
like unironically the people who would use Wagahai would have been like feudal lords who think a little bit too much of themselves.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. That was kind of
That's
it.
pretty funny though.
Which is why Laplace uses it. So she's like one of my favorite Hololive VTubers.
Yeah, she does try to come across as evil, but everyone's like, haha, silly little
She's
silly
so
little demon
cute.
girl.
I love the name Laplace Darkness.
Yeah.
For it's like a spin-off, a rip-off of Laplace's demon.
Oh, is that what it's referencing?
Yeah, so it's Laplace is Laplace.
Oh, Laplace.
Yeah.
Oh, I never even.
It's spelled the same, Laplace, but Laplace.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're learning things. But look at me teaching you about Hololivers.
I know my cogs are turning. The cogs in
I know.
my little brain, the little mouse is running in the wheel.
Yeah, her whole thing is she's supposed to be Laplace's demon.
I see. Interesting. I'm getting the lore lesson.
The whole lore. Gargoyle. I need to like we're gonna make both of us smaller. We're gonna
That's
go
fine.
small so we can see all the things.
Truly small.
Truly small. Lastly, I just have like a handful of also a Gundam Unicorn reference. Yeah, no shit. A handful of terms that you'll commonly hear in live streams. So haishin is the
Haishin.
Japanese term for live stream, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm friends with a handful of JP streamers, so whenever they talk about like the stream, like thank you for coming to the stream, or like my stream is live, it's called referred to as haishin. And if you are a person who does live stream, you are a haishinsha.
Haishinsha.
Haishinsha. So we're haishinsha.
Haishinsha.
Another really common word is dojisetsu zokuso. Dojisetsu zokuso.
Dojisetsu zokuso.
Dojisetsu zokuso. Thank you for the hydrate blind.
Good night, blind.
Good night.
Thank you for teaching us so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Throwing down the knowledge bombs. Have a good sleepy.
So, dojisetsu zokuso is concurrent viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dojisetsu zokuso. I'm gonna need to like say that.
I know, it's a long one. The kanji's really hard too.
Dojisetsu zokuso. I know that's kinda,
Dojisetsu zokuso.
I know I didn't even look at the kanji. I'm gonna be real.
Hi, Airhead. I need to watch the VOD again. Yeah, I'm also going to be posting the PowerPoint that I made in Discord too. If you're in the Discord server. Also, Anken is a sponsored stream. Anken.
Sponsored stream. Anken.
Yeah. So if you ever get sponsored for Genshin Impact, they say, we'll give you money to sign up viewers. You're doing an Anken stream. Anken Haishin.
Anken Haishin. How would you say welcome to my stream?
Yokoso.
Yokoso. Mm-hmm. Is that just welcome?
Yeah, that's like welcome. Welcome in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yokoso is like welcome in. But not
Yokoso.
it's welcome in not for like a business sense. So like if you're welcoming someone like pretty formally into your home or into a business, or irashaimase is like
Irasai.
another pretty common. Yep,
Yes,
irasai.
oh yeah, they say that when I go into restaurants sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So it would
Irasai
also be pretty common,
mase.
either yokoso, which is a little more formal, or irasai for like welcoming to people into the stream. Also, thank you for the follow, Airhead. Welcome, welcome. No worries. Have a good rest, Big Andy. Appreciate you being here.
I see. Because I do have one Japanese. I have one JP VTuber friend that raids me sometimes, and sometimes when I stream Yakuza, JP people come in, and I have to like try my hardest to say Japanese words.
Like, ごめんなさい。あんまり日本語話せませんから。
はい、あんまり練習しない。
もっともっと勉強しないといけないと思います。
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last Japanese live stream term that's probably important to know is super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Which is super chat or
Super chat.
donation. So it's the general term that they use in Japan for whenever people donate to the stream. But because most JP streamers use YouTube, it mostly refers to YouTube super chats.
Yeah, the YouTube super chats. I see. It's good to know that you can use it just for donation.
Yeah. So that's kind of been like the term that's been adopted for donations across the board, even on Twitch. So super chat is like what'll be super common. Not that like I watch a lot of JP viewers. I feel like it's a lot less common for donations and stuff to happen on Twitch than it like as far as for
definitely.
JP specifically.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not
mostly,
super common.
Yeah, I feel like it's mostly subscriptions and like bits, I guess. I guess bits
Yeah.
is a donation.
Yeah, and I'm sure that I'm not 100% sure what term JP streamers use for bits, but I'm pretty sure it's probably katakana or whatever the translated version of bits is when you switch over to JP version of Twitch. So
Yeah.
it's probably bits in katakana. I don't think Japan Twitch would have worked too hard to localize that term. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But that's it. That's all the words that I have. We're ending with Gargora.
配信者.
配信者.
I see,
Yeah.
I see. なるほど。
私たちは配信者です。
私たちは配信者です.
We're both 配信者.
We are, indeed.
We are. Did you have any other questions that I guess we'll take a moment to open questions from chat or from you about Japanese stuff or
I don't know if I have any like questions that I've brought. It's one of those things where it's like I definitely had questions, and then the moment we start talking about it, I immediately forget.
I know. I understand that feel so much.
It happens so often.
It really, really does. It does. Especially when you've gotten to like the end of a class and they're like, save all your questions for the end of class. And then the end of class happens and you're like, I don't fucking remember shit.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, I'm going to think about what to say to this person the entire day or what I'm going to ask the teacher. Then you get there, it's gone. It disappears. Out of your mind forever.
Yeah. Ceases to exist entirely.
What did I need to... Oh, I did have... How would I say, should I do something? Is that Becky?
So Decky... Whoa! I'm no longer small. Hang on. Decky isn't should I do something? Decky is more like the ability to do something. So...
No, Becky. With a B. Or, well,
Becky.
Yeah, like, you know how you... Because I don't think I learned this. I had to look this up, but I wasn't sure. But you do the unconjugated verb, and then you say Becky.
Do you have an example for me?
let me see if I can find one. Because I actually, because the other day I was trying to talk to someone in Japanese and saying, should I read this? But I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah, so for me,
Or,
if
yeah,
I was...
what would be a better way to do it, I guess?
So for me, like, if I was saying, like, so I guess the question is, are you thinking, like, should I do this or can I do this? Because those are pretty different.
Yeah.
So, for, like, let's say that I was telling you, like, you probably should study Japanese a little bit more. I would say Nihongo, fuck, now we're on the spot.
Oh, sorry. No, it's okay.
Now I have to think about it.
Trust me, I get it, because when I was in Japan, I felt like I had so many things I wanted to say, and then walking up to somebody with the most basic ass question, I just forgot. It was out of my mind completely.
Okay, so probably should do it. Would most likely be like Becky does work. However, because, like, Becky is should do something, but there's a difference between, like, should do something and suggesting that somebody does something. So...
Oh, I see.
Do something. Suggesting to do something Japanese. There's a specific term for it. I'm pulling it up. And I have to get this thing to stop translating for me. Oh, I couldn't find the translation, but I figured it. I remembered it. Wait, no, I just found it. It's ga ii desu yo. Sorry. Ga ii desu yo. So, Nihongo, motto Nihongo o benkyou shinakatta ga ii desu yo. So that would be like, I think it would probably be best if you study Japanese more, which is what I'm saying to myself.
I see.
To say that, another really important thing to know is, like, if you're suggesting that you should probably do something more, or, like, you have to do, like, I have to go to bed, or I have to study more, or, like, I have to make dinner. It's, like, I have to study Japanese more. Nihongo o benkyou shinai to ikimasen.
To ikimasen?
Mm-hmm.
So you say...
So you use a negative. It's like a double negative. I mustn't not to study Japanese. But it's Nihongo o benkyou shinai to ikenai. So I mustn't not study Japanese.
Okay. Yeah, I remember my teacher saying that it is a double negative country. Because, like, I remember that. So to conjugate that, you would say, would you say the sentence with the verb and then you put, is it dato or just to?
For what?
For when you say, like, I
Nihongo? Yeah, so it's just o.
Nihon.
So you would use the same conjugation as, like, you would do normally building the sentence. So Nihongo o benkyou shinai to ikenai. And that's it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Or if you're being more formal, Nihongo o benkyou shinai to ikemasen.
To ikemasen. Okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember
So
sorry, go ahead.
So it's I mustn't not study Japanese.
Okay. So you just take so you just do a regular sentence
Yeah.
and then you don't conjugate the verb and then you conjugate it with to and then e. Wait, what? Wait, what was the last word?
Yeah, so the hard part is that it differentiates between how formal you want to be. There's a lot of different ways to say it, but
Yeah.
shinai to ikemasen is a pretty
Shinai to
popular
ikemasen.
one.
Okay, shinai to ikemasen. And that's I mustn't do this.
Yes.
Got it.
It's like I
And-
mustn't not do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what is the wait, so what's the base of the verb for it's for ikemasen? What is like the base verb for that? Or is that like not something I should worry about? I should only use it in this.
Ikenai is to do, but it's
Ikenai is
only
to do.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it is
Mm-hmm.
only to do. Another one that's really common as far as like grammar goes, maso and masoka.
Masoka.
Masoka. So maso is like, hey, do you want to do this? Or would you
Yeah.
do this? Or shall we? And masoka is like, can we do this?
Okay.
So masoka is like inviting you to do something instead.
Right. So if I were to say like Eiga o mimashou ka, that's like, can we watch a movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. But if I were to say Eiga o mimashou, that's
Let's watch a movie.
let's watch a movie. Okay.
No worries, Mad Dog. Have a good sleep.
I see. Okay. Yeah, my brain kind of hurts too, but like I feel like this is good because like I'm actually like thinking in Japanese again.
Yeah, another really good one to know is naide kudasai, which is please don't do.
Naide kudasai.
Yeah, so
Shinaide.
minaide kudasai, please don't
die.
look.
Oh, don't look. Minaide.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Tobacco suwanaide kudasai. Please don't smoke tobacco. So that's a really common
I
one
see.
you'll hear like the announcer doing on trains.
Yeah. So that's the opposite of, or that's like the negative conjugation of the te, right?
Yeah,
Because te
Exactly.
is how you tell people to do something.
exactly.
I'm remembering. I'm remembering slowly. Wow, so
Yeah.
exciting.
Versus if you want to be a lot more formal, that same nai to ikenai, you can also kind of use it for must not do. So cha ikenai is like you mustn't do this.
Wait, what is the word again? Can you say it one more time?
Cha ikenai.
Cha ikenai?
Yep, cha ikenai.
Cha ikenai.
Means like definitely do not do, absolutely not.
Cha ikenai. Okay, I see. Cha ikenai.
cha ikenai.
Mm.
Then there is also dewa nai, which is there is not.
Dewa
So if I wanted to say, like, let's say we're hanging out for a little bit, and we were talking about something that I did, and let's say, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, let's say I went to an anime convention, right? And you're asking me, hey, was there any really hot Genshin Impact cosplayers there?
Yeah.
But all of the Genshin Impact cosplayers that were at this convention were not attractive.
Okay.
So I would say, like, 綺麗なコスプレイヤーは、ではなかった, which is the short-term past tense of ではない. De wa nakatta. So there was not any hot Genshin Impact cosplayers. There were none. Mm-hmm. None at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They want nai.
De wa nai.
So, oh, okay, I see. So, de want nai, do I have to? Is that the informal version, or is there like a formal version of that too?
De wa nai is the formal version.
Oh, it is the formal version.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an informal version?
There isn't really there isn't like a short form informal version for it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. It's fairly just like standard Japanese.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
De want nai. Wow, learning.
Yeah. Learning. I think that's kind of, as far as like the basic N5 grammar points go, those are all kind of all included in that first JLPT, or sorry, in that first Genki 1 book.
Yeah.
When you go into Genki 2, there's a whole lot more. And like it gets more complicated the more that you pick up and the more that you learn. Like instead of like I have to do something, like hitsuyo ga aru, which is like it's necessary to do something. Or we go into a little bit more polite forms instead of like ikimashou ka, like janai ka, which is like a different kind of confirmation, or different sort of koto ga aru, koto ga dekiru, koto ni naru, koto ni suru, which all is like different ways to say like I'm able to, it's been decided that, I've decided on something, I've made something. It gets a lot more complicated the further up and up and up you go.
Yeah,
but,
I bet.
There's a lot of different available stuff to learn all sorts of different grammar and conjugation and all of those lessons. One of the other biggest things is if you're not wanting to spend extra money on the workbooks that come attached to the Genki textbooks, there are online resources for workbook practice exercises that are free.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. I'll link that in the Discord server too. Because I have a whole Japanese language learning tab with like a ridiculous amounts of links to just various practice stuff.
I love that. Am I in your Discord?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure if I am. I think I'm about to join right now.
Hi,
Do you have a
Bryce.
Discord command? You do.
There you go. I do.
Love that.
Easy enough. Well, welcome Jaden into the Kaiju Defense Force.
Hey,
you're an official member. Hey, yo, here we go. Let's go. It's all sorts of Gundam stuff in here, more or less.
I love that. I was a big Gundam person when I was younger. I guess I just stopped watching it, but I always thought Gundam was so cool.
We're about to start a watch through. For anybody who's in the Discord server, the next thing that we're about to watch is we're going to do a rewatch of Gundam Seed because the Gundam Seed movie just came out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen the original Gundam Seed, we're going to do a rewatch of the remastered version of it as like a prequel, and then we're not watching Gundam Seed Destiny because that shit is
Damn, tell them how you really
that
feel.
Shit's awful.
Wow.
You ever had a show that you watched and you fucking loved, and then they were like, we should do a sequel, and you were like,
Yes, that was for me. Well, I don't know about a show, but
movie.
I'm trying to think. Well,
yeah.
Okay. Is it unfair to say Toy Story 4?
No, I don't think it's unfair to say Toy Story 4.
The thing is, I feel like Toy Story 4 was a good movie. It was just unnecessary.
Frozen 2?
Yeah, Frozen 2 is one.
Frozen 2 sucked. Holy shit, it was so bad.
I could, as somebody who's a big fan of Star Wars, I could say the Star Wars sequels. but, but, yeah.
Shots fired, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I'm that guy. I mean, they had their good points. I don't want to hate it
They
as
did.
much as like
Yeah.
some of the people out there, but
Star Wars fans probably get like just as toxic as Gundam fans do.
yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars fans are pretty bad. I remember when I was young, I watched Gundam when I was like young, right? Like I was
Yeah.
probably like under 10 when I was watching Gundam. I always just thought like, wow, cool robot fight. I didn't understand
Wow,
any
cool
of
robots.
I never understood the political and like wartime like themes and stuff that was going on in that show.
There is a ridiculous amount of memes out there in the Gundam community of like a little drawing, and it's like of a person being like, wow, cool robots. And then there's someone firing a gun with a bullet that arcs over their head that says war is bad.
Exactly. Yeah, that is literally, that was me. That was literally me.
Like,
Wow, cool
oh,
robots, war is bad.
oh, tequila robot that looks like Mexico. Wow, cool robot.
I think that, yeah, I remember I had a Gundam figure. It was the one of the guy's hand that gets really hot, and he would just grab people's
Shining
faces and kill them.
finger.
Yeah, Shining Finger. That was the
Shining
one Gundam
finger.
toy I had. It was
We
so
love
proud of
Shining
him.
Finger.
But I think I lost him.
Yeah, Shining Finger Gundam's fucking dope.
Yeah, I had a friend that was really into Gundams and like Warhammer, but he never assembled them. So literally all he ever did was buy boxes of Gundams, and he's like, I'm gonna assemble them one day when I have like my table set up. They never got assembled.
I've actually gotten quite a few Gundams from that specific thing, because I do dabble in miniature painting, but not Warhammer. I
Yeah.
dabble in tabletop miniature painting.
Okay, I mean you can do Warhammer if you do tabletop miniature painting. To be honest,
Yeah.
as
So
somebody
because
who was a commission painter, I think it's pretty similar.
yeah, so because I DM, I've been a DM for like 12 years at this point.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
That's
I
awesome.
DM a lot of tabletop games. And so I take a lot of classes on miniature painting at my local game store. Because they offer like full, like, there's a dude that's like a commissioned Warhammer painter, and he teaches people how to paint miniatures.
I did that once.
You taught the class or you went to the class?
Oh, I guess I didn't really officially teach a class. It was more like the people at my gaming store knew that I was like the local commission painter, and like there was a day that everyone just got together and I was just telling them how to like I was telling them how to do stuff, how to base, how to wash, like
Oh, that's awesome.
depending on like what level, like how to highlight and like what like doing dry brush and stuff like that. Just the basics, you know.
Yeah, I've done like a couple of streams where I've done miniature painting, but more not painting, but different panel lining techniques on Gundams. So we did like an entire stream where I showed like a handful of different techniques for ways to paint. So I did one where I did a wash on it.
Washes
Another
are very useful.
Yeah, they're super useful. Like washes are
washes.
probably like the easiest way to like add definition and like texture to something.
Definitely.
Another one, the most common ways of like panel lining is panel lining pens for Gundams, because there's those like clear slit lines already made. And then of course you can like add your own with using like special like X-Acto knives to draw new detail cut lines. So usually people use like a really fine line pen and just like follow the groove along. Or you can use like a flood pen, which is essentially like a super liquid ink that you just like press into the slit, and the ink just kind of like floods the area with it.
Yeah.
And then I made a single attempt at cell shading.
Oh, but I've tried that, and I was able to do it, but it's pretty time consuming.
Saw Garguran automatically had to say, yeah.
Oh,
She's cute, isn't she?
Yeah, that's literally a channel point redeem, and my channel is just Gargur going.
She's cute. I love her.
Yeah, she's a gremlin. She's this funny, silly little gremlin. And I did not know about this Senzawa thing until people started sending me videos from Senzawa's channel, and I was like, holy shit, she really was a gremlin.
Yeah, she was. I loved Senzawa before Garguru was a thing. So
You were an OG.
I was an OG. I didn't even know that Garguru was Senzawa. I was like, oh, why the fuck did Senzawa retire? Where is she? She's
like,
disappeared. Where's my Oshi? Before I knew what an Oshi was.
And then you watch a Gargura stream, and your face just like lights up. It's like that end of Ratatouille when he eats the food, and he just like thinks back.
Well, I've always kind of been like a fan of that sort of genre. Like, I've been a really big fan of Nianners before she became a VTuber.
Yeah. I remember. I always saw Nianners after she became a VTuber, but I do know that she was active prior to that.
Yeah, she did like the same sort of like genre of like lolly covers of like really inappropriate songs.
Mm-hmm.
Was like essentially her whole thing. I think she took a lot of those down though. After she became like a VTuber, I think a lot of them have been taken down. So
I see. She's got to cover her bases.
She's gotta make sure that
yeah, she has to eliminate the past.
Especially because the past was like 7-8 years ago. She's like, God, I was cringe back then. Deletes. Yeah. Then recently uploads a video of her playing with Hot Wheels.
For real.
Making the Hot Wheels make out with each other too. That was the greatest content I've ever seen.
It's like Lightning McQueen and
Tomater.
And yeah, Mater. I was thinking of the Porsche girl, but yeah, Mater.
Not Tomater.
Yeah,
it's the romance in heaven.
Mater is actually the better option here.
Hi, Misty Glasses. Hi.
Misty. Welcome, Misty.
Welcome. Konbanwa. Konbanwa.
Haishin irashaimase.
Yokoso.
That's Misty. Misty's a lovely bean.
Yeah, genki desu ka? Hi, genki desu. Misty-san wa?
Misty-san wa kawaii desu ne.
いつも可愛いと思います。Well, that's kind of it. Yeah, you came right at the end of the lesson. I think this would be a good time to wrap up.
Hell yeah. We have a, what's it called? I have learned so many things.
You now have resources too.
The resources is actually a big thing. I was definitely looking for apps that I should download. Because I was looking through all the apps and I was like, which should I use? And I was like, I'm just gonna do fucking Duolingo. It's there, and I've used it before, but I'm glad.
Yeah, Duolingo is fine, but I would definitely Wanikani is gonna be your best free one. Anki is very adult. It's not popular. It's not like super popular in like a regular app sort of sense. But the reason why I'm familiar with Anki is I used to work in a hospital laboratory. Anki is incredibly popular with physicians who are studying for the MCAT.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it's like a hardcore flashcard repetition study program that is no frills, no fluff, no like stars or gamified anything. It's just flashcards on a digital base that you can study all the time anywhere. So it's incredibly popular for MCAT. Like it's really popular for people who are studying for like the different exams that you have to take in order to get into grad school for business school. There's like 2 different exams that you can take. They're basically like the grad school equivalent of getting your SATs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, so grad school has their own like equivalent, and there's 2 separate grad school exams, kind of like how there's the SAT and the ACT. Except for with the grad school ones, there's one specifically for if you're going for an MBA, and then there's a different one for everything else that's not an MBA. So they're really popular in academia, and somewhat popular for language learning. Obviously not as popular as like the gamified, cutesy, Duolingo-y apps, but they're fairly popular.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will definitely look into them because flashcards is literally how I would study stuff in college. Like that was the only way that it would get across to me is if I just had flashcards and I just did them over and over again, and then eventually it would stick.
Yeah, I would say Anki is definitely the best. The only thing that I tend to like suck at actually getting myself to do the flashcards sometimes. Like, hang on, I'm gonna lose tracking here, you guys. I'm about to. Oh wait! I can actually just show you guys my. No, I can't because it has my real name's definitely Maki. It's not anything else that would be showing up on my flashcard app.
Maki_Kaiju.
Maki Otto. Okay, so my flashcard deck has 570 cards up for review right now.
All right, well, Jesus Christ.
Maki D Kaiju.
That would take me probably a week to get through. Like, just
and not only that, but more will pop up like the very next day. That's how far behind I am on cards. It's a lot of fucking cards.
That's a lot of cards right there.
It's a lot of cards, yeah.
Like, sheesh.
Sheesh. And the worst part is that I know that a lot of those cards, because it's been about 6 months since I last did flashcards, the majority of those cards are things that don't show up except for every 6 months.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Adora Bunny, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Hi.
Hi, Adora.
Hi. So, yeah, that's the end of it. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and suggesting this in the first place.
Of course. It was fun, and again, like I said, I could definitely use a Japanese teacher, and like it's like it's nice to like to just get the wheels turning, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And I appreciate you taking the time for putting this together and also making it HoloLive themed. Because
I made a HoloLive theme just for you.
That literally made my like little brain like understand like so much better. Because now I get it.
Well, and I thought it was like really cute being able to see. Here, let me see. How do I go? I don't know that I have a way to go back in the slides. I can just show this. You can tell I didn't rename the slide deck. It's called Science Fair.
I mean, listen, we're studying HoloLive for science.
Exactly. This is by far my most favorite one, though. This is so adorable. The Wagahai. Wagahai is my favorite pronoun. I think if I was a JP streamer, I would use Wagahai.
I would probably just use my surname.
It would be very formal, very polite.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Cute.
But yeah, this is fun.
This was fun.
I do like learning Japanese for the that like rare occasion where like you're walking and someone speaks Japanese and like you're with your friends and then you just get to say it and they all think you're really cool. That like it's like
Yeah,
it's like those are the moments. Those are the moments.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I totally understand.
Yeah, and then in reality, the person across from me like is barely able to understand what I said because it was so broken. But everyone else is like, "Whoa. Whoa,
look at you go. You spoke Japanese.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Well, I think the most important thing is just being willing to actually practice and put your foot out there and do something,
Exactly.
Which I feel like is what it's all about. Doing any new skill, especially if it's something that's public presenting, where you have kind of like this apprehension about a sense of shame about something coming, like just being willing to put your foot out there, like speak in a language that you're learning to somebody else, start doing a live stream in front of other people, starting to make content for people, or just like doing things in general that kind of put you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Starting a new sport, going to the gym for the first time. Like, anyone who does that shit is automatically, in my book, the fucking GOAT. Like, you're the coolest. You're the fucking coolest for being able to do that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Taking that first step is always, like, the hardest, you know? And it's
it
like,
really is.
But, like, once you, like, get acclimated to it, I'm sure anyone could do it and practice it, you know?
Unless it's French.
Oui, ho, ho, ho.
I took 8 years of French, and then I went to France.
Really?
I did.
Uh-huh.
I went to France for the first time, and I spoke to someone in French immediately, and they laughed in my face.
That's a big fucking feel set.
And I haven't spoke French since. They literally laughed in my face, told me that I used the wrong word, and I like turned bright red and left the bakery that I was at. I accidentally said good evening instead of good morning, and they fucking laughed in my face directly.
That's horrible. See,
I wanted to cry so bad.
I feel like in Japan, everyone was very nice. They're
very polite. You won't get the same experience. Nice. Yeah, no, if you go into Japan and you practice your Japanese, they're very polite to you. If you go to Paris and you try to speak French, they will laugh at you and then tell you you're an idiot in English.
I was about to say, so you're saying I shouldn't go to France and say omelette du fromage every
omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
Yeah, it was the worst experience of my life. Honestly, fuck France. France sucks.
Fuck France.
France sucks. Never going there again. I went for a week and that was fucking enough. Fuck France.
I'm gonna go there and just say baguettes in every restaurant.
Baguettes? Here's the other shitty thing about France. I went to a French cheese place, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm in Paris. I want to have like my Emily in Paris moment. I want to sit in my French apartment by the window and I want to eat cheese. Mm-hmm. So I went to like an actual cheesemonger, and because I didn't speak French and all the cheeses were in French and they were busy as fuck, I didn't want to bother them. I saw at the front of the store they had these like sample boxes with 4 different types of cheese in it. And it was like all packaged up and everything. So I bought that. And I took it back to the apartment with me that I was staying in. And I get back to the apartment, I open it up, and it smells like someone's nasty 2-week worn gym socks that they also wiped their ass with.
Damn. I mean, to be fair, isn't cheese really stinky? Like real cheese?
It was so stinky. But it wasn't just like, oh, it's kind of stinky. It's just kind of a smelly cheese. I literally wanted to vomit the moment I opened the box, and the smell lingered.
God.
I immediately took it to the dumpster in the back, and it still smelled like a 400-pound man ripped ass directly into my nostrils for like the next like 4 hours.
I probably would have thrown up realistically because I'm very sensitive to smells.
Like, I gagged.
Have you ever been to Horror Nights? Like
to what?
To Horror Nights at like Universal, like the Halloween.
I've never been to Universal.
Oh, okay. Well, so basically, Horror Nights is like a thing where they take movie sets and they put you in through like a maze.
Okay.
And you like walk through it like, and you get scared. I walked through the oh my god, what was it called? The Exorcist maze. And they made it smell like vomit because you know how she vomits all over the place?
Oh no, yeah.
I walked in there and I was trying so hard not to throw up. Like my eyes were watering, and I was like not even getting scared because I was so worried I was gonna vomit all over the place.
It's a sympathy vomit at that point.
Yeah, it was just so like I'm just really bad with smells. Like I'm super
Yeah.
sensitive to smells.
Yeah, it literally smelled like you've been to local game
I'm
stores.
so sorry.
It
I
smelled
have.
like a Friday Night Magic session on crack.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
It
no.
was so bad.
Oh, no. Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm never going to France again, and which is disappointing because like my favorite artist is from France and all of his art's displayed there, and like
Yeah.
I would like to go see it again, but fuck that, dude, I ain't going back.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a strong desire to go to France. Like, I feel like there's a lot of countries where I'd be all like, oh yeah, like Italy would be cool. Like, I've been to like Greece, like that was cool. But like France, I've never been like, I want to go to France. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just from one how they treat Americans to how, I don't know. There's just not too much there that interests me.
Yeah.
Besides like the Eiffel Tower, I guess.
The Eiffel Tower was okay. It was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
liked the wine. The wine was really nice. I'm a pretty
Okay.
big wine drinker too. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like all hype, especially because my favorite artist is French, and like all of his paintings are like all displayed around. Mostly still just in France. You can't see them anywhere else. But it was like, wow, all of these not great experiences. I would say that probably one of the funnest things that I did do when I was over there is I went to see Moulin Rouge.
The play or
Yeah.
the movie with Ewan McGregor?
Neither. I went to see the actual cabaret performance.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's
with like
so
the
cool.
titty girls doing acrobatic stuff. It was so fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that movie though. I do. I respect that movie.
never expected that I would have a good time drinking champagne and watching topless women with my mom next to me, but
Hey, I mean,
we had a good time together.
Yeah,
I
was
mean,
gonna say,
everybody loves
sounds-
titties.
yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, let's get out of here.
I am down. Thank you so much for doing those, and thank you for like I literally just asked Maki like, do you want to do a Japanese learning stream, and she set up a whole lesson, like an actual
I made this whole thing
teacher.
myself.
I know, and it was really good, and I had a lot of fun. So thank
Aw,
you.
thanks. I
Thank
do
you for
want to
teaching
give
me.
a shout out and a thank you to the poor guy on YouTube where I ripped all of the HoloLive information from because I didn't find all this myself. Some other dude did it, and I just ripped it for the PowerPoint. But
Hey, I mean, if it works, it works.
it works.
and
It works.
He's out
He
there.
did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I'll send. I'm sure he's feeling our thanks right now, subconsciously,
Yeah.
of course.
Is there anyone in particular that you want to send a raid out to, send some love over to?
Send a raid to?
Yeah. Otherwise, I
I-
have an idea.
Who would you like to raid? You can go ahead and raid out. I don't think there's anyone right now
Yeah. All
in
right.
particular.
Well, thank you so much, Tat, for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being
Thank
here
you,
for
Chat.
Japanese lesson. I know this is like a super unique, super different kind of stream. We're going to be resuming normal streaming stuff on Monday. We're going to be back to building some
go.
Gundam. Yeah, we're going to be back
the
to
next
building the
Gundam you're building?
Kshatriya.
Oh shit, that sounds very fancy.
It looks like a giant bell pepper with missiles.
A giant bell pepper with missiles.
Hell
that
yeah.
Sounds like something. That sounds like the one I would play.
It's a big ass bell pepper with missiles. It's really cool. We're gonna
Hell
keep
yeah.
working on building Kshatriya on Monday. I'm probably playing some Pal World later this week because holy fuck, I'm addicted. I have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Someone help me.
I get it because that's me with Persona right now. I cannot get enough fucking Persona.
Yeah, true. You've been. Every time that I've like seen you, you've been playing Persona.
I'm so addicted. And maybe this is the reason I wanted to do Japanese practice because it's very like I feel like I'm a real Japanese student playing that game.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna go send our love over to Daifuku, who is currently in the process of what are they building? The Calibarn Custom right now is what they're working on.
That sounds fancy too.
Yeah, we love Daifuku here. So have a good night, everyone. Go send Daifuku some love. We love Daifuku. They're so cute. Thank you guys so much. Daifuku is the best twink builder. Yes. We love Daifuku here. Have a good night, everybody. See you on Monday.
Everyone. Thank you.